It's August 6th, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, and it's time to get in the weeds. TheJoelPearl.com on Blue Sky, because I love spending time there. Don't tell me I can't, because I will. It's fun. It's nice. People aren't all weird. Some are, but not everybody. Jeremy Lambert's here. He's weird, but he's the good kind of weird. He's the kind of weird that pushes this show to be good and entertaining and informative. I remember when you had struggles with that word once. How you doing?
I have struggles with a lot of words, which is not good in my line of work, but yeah, I do struggle with words.
The irony is delicious.
Yeah.
How you doing, pal?
Well, a lot of news coming out this morning.
What are you talking about? Nothing happened. I thought we'd be out in a crisp 90 minutes.
Yeah, I was it. I'm the reason for the delay. Everybody, you can blame me. I'll take that. I was listening to Nick Khan on the Varsity, hoping to maybe get a question about Brock Lesnar, and there was no question about Brock Lesnar. Did I expect any type of monumental answer? Absolutely not. I expected the same answer Triple H gave on Get Up, which is, we reached out to Brock weeks ago and said time to come home, and we're thrilled to have him back. I assume that's going to be the line of questioning. I assume anyone who asks, that's going to be the line of questioning. So I wasn't expecting any type of answer. But to get no answer is a little disappointing. But what can you do? This is when it's very funny, Joel. It's very funny. You know, people, the press conference talk. And people are like, oh, well, they ask bad questions at the press conference, and that's why they're useless, and that's why they stopped doing them, and all of this stuff. I'm like, look, were all these questions great? No. Were some of them kind of useless? Yes. But then you get Nick Khan on Sports Business Journal, the Varsity, Sports Business Journal, John Olrand, who is a well-respected sports business journalist. You get him for a 30-minute interview, and you don't ask him about this. Like, it's not just these people at the press conference asking bad questions. They get Nick Khan for a 30-minute interview with alleged sports business journalist. No one's a journalist. But you don't ask him about it. It's like, okay. So, it wasn't bad questions that killed the press conference. It was running from questions that killed the press conferences. It's just annoying. No, it was not recorded before SummerSlam. It was recorded within the past couple of days because it was about the new ESPN WWE deal. So absolutely not. We can't even use, oh, it was recorded before SummerSlam gimmick. It was just, did not ask. Maybe they were told not to ask. Let's keep it strictly focused on the ESPN deal. Fine, but don't tell me that the reason the press conference is gone or the reason the press conference was useless is because there were bad questions asked. When Nick Khan is on Sports Business Journal, a good outlet when it comes to this stuff, and isn't asked a single question about Brock Lesnar. Again, I don't expect this great answer, but it should be asked.
You will have 45 minutes with Nick Khan. Nick Khan will only answer questions pertaining to WWE and ESPN's new deal. Nick Khan will not answer questions regarding who and who does not return to WWE.
It's just annoying. It's very annoying that...
It is.
Very annoying that he does this long interview and not a single question asked about Brock Lesnar. But what can you do? I can't do anything.
There's still people out there who are digging and getting and putting out information, and yeah, no, it sucks when you can't get an answer on a show that you would expect someone to ask the question. It does, but that's why shows like ours exist, because when we get the opportunity or when we find someone who has the opportunity, we try to jump on it. At least we try to, or at least we report on it when someone else does talk about it. Again, we shine lights. Some are brighter than others. Speaking of bright, let's get the pyro going. Leave a thumbs up on the video, shall we? 5 minutes in. That's probably the fastest we've done it lately. Let's go. Get it. Let's go. Fireworks are going. Save your money, folks. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you can do free $99 if you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to the channel. That's always a big help. We appreciate that when you do that. And you can donate a super chat. Any amount, get your question or your statement read on the air. Ryan Lambert sent to us one saying, can't stay traveling, just showing love to y'all. We appreciate you, Ryan. Hopefully you travel safe, travel not too far, and you're home soon, safe and sound in your comfy bed. Or maybe in someone else's bed that makes you comfortable. Hey, whatever. I'm not going to judge. I'm just here to make sure everyone's doing okay. Are we doing okay? Chat, did we survive?
No.
No, I don't care about you.
Oh, fair. I gotta yell at the chat first.
Could we? Okay, I'm a fan of it.
No.
Take him to task.
No. I'm not actually yelling at the chat.
Bury them.
No. I'm not yelling at the chat. I'm just kidding, everybody. I do want to make a statement of things here. I know a lot of people were upset over a tweet put out by the former owner of Fightful. I'm the real owner, but I know a lot of people were upset about that. I know a lot of people have threatened to cancel or maybe have canceled your Fightful Select subscription. I'm not here to tell you don't do that. I'm not here to tell you, hey, just ignore Jimmy. Like, just ignore it. You have every right to feel how you want to feel. What I am here to tell you is if you cancel your Fightful Select subscription, you don't hurt Jimmy. Jimmy is fine. You hurt people like me more than you hurt Jimmy. So I understand if you don't like the tweet and you don't like Jimmy because of the tweet. Again, not here to say otherwise, but canceling your Fightful Select subscription, not supporting Fightful in any way, that hurts me more than it hurts Jimmy. And if you still want to do it, again, that's fine. I would just like to make that clear that doing that does not actually hurt Jimmy. He's okay. He doesn't need the $5 a month. No offense, but he just doesn't. You know, the select subscriptions go to people like me. So that's all I want to put out there. That's all I want to put out there. And thank you, Jules. I don't want to say you were the inspiration for that little statement there, but I saw you were upset on Monday. Again, rightfully so. I was not thrilled with what Jimmy had to say. But I know you're a regular and you're a big supporter of this show, and we appreciate you. And I don't want you to cancel because you think it is hurting Jimmy in any way. Again, if you want more power to, if you want to cancel because you just don't want to support what he said, I completely get that. But yeah, canceling Select doesn't. He doesn't lose anything off of that. That's it.
For those wondering the context, we're not going to get into it here because the hump is on today, and assuming Jimmy's coming to work, he will address it. If you want to go to other post shows from Maine from the last few nights, Sean did go into detail. It's not for us to talk about just because this is a Jimmy thing, and I can tell you that what he tweeted, I also saw it, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like what he's saying. I understand what he was trying to say. The avenue through which he communicated it was poor. I'm sure that he will discuss it on his time, but I can talk to you personally. I didn't like it. Did I approach him? Honestly, I didn't. I didn't think that he needed people dogpiling him because several of the staff felt similarly, including Sean. He's said as much. So they've spoken. Once again, I expect that Jimmy will talk about it when he's on the next show, whether that's this afternoon or if that's going to be just down the line. So that's for Jimmy to talk about. But yes, it's a little tongue in cheek to be like, your Fightful Select cancellation will affect us. Please don't cancel. And it's true. It's a little funny at the same time. For those who are asking, how do you hurt Joel? Believe it or not, I get paid based on any rate that I give them. No one's ever said.
Just say mean things about Joel. That hurts him.
That's true. That does hurt. That's true. You could easily say in your exit interview, pay Joel less. I don't care. But instead, I submit an invoice. My invoice is give or take the same every month, depending on what's going on. Sometimes more, sometimes less. There is a baseline through which I get paid. But no, when I get more, it's because I did extra work, and I always get paid. Keep hating me. That's fine. I still get paid. Can I get paid more? Yes. So please subscribe to Fightful Select so I can then say to Sean, look what I did. I caused this. Give me money, please.
Yeah, we hurt Joel by constantly reminding him he's always wrong. Usually hashtag Joel is wrong. Yeah.
That is an accurate depiction of fact. Screw you. Delayed Grat sent a super chat saying, I won't cancel because I'm not a member, lol. But I support creators who I like both of you. Hope YouTube doesn't keep too much of this. They keep about 30%, but we still appreciate anyone who supports us, regardless if it's a thumbs up, if it's subscribing to the channel, if it's sending your money. We know that getting people to part with their money is not always easy, but we appreciate when you're in a position to do so. So thank you very much. So once again, Jimmy will talk about it on his time, and we're not going to spend too much more time talking about what Jimmy did or did not say. Cyclops saying, can I give Fightful money but not Joel somehow? It's been
you can PayPal me direct if you would like.
And again, if you want to PayPal me direct, it's on my profile. Every time that Jeff Hawkins tweets out "Good morning, get paid," I use my PayPal link and I just drop it in in Twitter. It's fine.
I do not run Fightful. I mean, in some ways, yes, but like I don't actually own the sites.
I mean, we're a content-driven machine. You are the director of content. In a roundabout way, you are the owner of Fightful. Not only that, according to that one dude, you do run Fightful, and it just takes one person to get the record straight.
Yeah.
A single source outlet has confirmed that Jeremy Lambert is the Fightful owner.
I will take that. I own Fightful because I don't get any of the pushback when stuff actually happens, so that's fine. That's fine with me.
People are going to be really confused when they find out that Steven Jensen actually owns Fightful.
Yeah, Jensen's been here. Who's been the longest? Sean, obviously. Pulaski, Jensen, and then me, I think, is the order of operations there.
That sounds right to me, but I also I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, Andrew was here before me, but he had a long break. So yeah, I can't think of anyone else that has been around for as long.
And Kate and I have both been here for 5 years.
And you're both welcome.
I mean, Sean was the reason for mine, but you and I started working together, and here we are. Fair. Water Bronze confirms Jeremy owns Fightful and has a 0.69% ownership of the OKC Thunder.
I wish
you make some good
money. I wouldn't be doing this, that's for sure.
You should have Jensen do the CEO dance.
Oh, I don't know if he will. Jensen doesn't get into the bits all the time, unless it's Cody specific,
That's not a bit. That's not a bit. That's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true. But it's what? Hold on, no. Hulu will be fully integrated into Disney Plus in 2026, so the standalone Hulu app will be shut down. What is happening?
Get cable is what's happening. Get a VPN. I said it this morning. Fightful has a VPN. Overbook does not. Does this feel a little petty for me not to support the VPN that currently supports Fightful? Yeah, maybe it does. But also, conflict of interest. I don't think we can get a VPN deal on our channel because of the fact that Maine has a VPN deal. So I was thinking about this morning, especially given the news. But yes, if you are a VPN service, now is the time. Wrestling creators also start talking to VPNs. Start pitching why VPN should absolutely be sponsoring your service. People are going to be looking for options for 2026 and beyond to watch. If they're WWE fans, a place to watch WWE PLEs. ESPN this morning with WWE announced that in 2026, ESPN's direct-to-consumer platforms will be the U.S. home of every WWE PLE, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series. Why do I talk about those 5? It's because it seems that those 5 alone will be broadcast as well on ESPN linear platforms. So alongside your streaming options, there is the probability that you'll be able to watch them on ESPN in 2026 as well. The ESPN app currently is what, $30 per month. You can do
I don't think it's currently $30 per month.
You think it's going up?
I think it will because of the combination and everything. I don't know how much it is per month right now. I know that I've bundled Disney, Hulu, and ESPN, and like that's $30 per month. Honestly, a pretty decent deal to get all three of those for $30 a month. I think it's gonna shift when Hulu apparently becomes extinct and becomes Disney Plus, and then I don't know if you can bundle. I have no idea how that's going to work because I swear content and where it's hosted changes every single month. For example, 2 days ago, I was watching South Park on HBO Max. That's where all the seasons were at. I logged on to HBO Max last night. South Park is gone. Like, this is where South Park has always been. What the hell happened? Now all of South Park content is on Paramount Plus, which makes some sense because that's where the new seasons are. That's where the stuff during COVID was and everything. So it makes sense that now all of the content lives on Paramount Plus and not HBO Max. But this is my point when it comes to just things just shift and you don't know because you just log onto the app one day and all of a sudden you're paying more or you can't find something that was there the day before.
God bless being a Canadian, where WWE programming is on Netflix in its full, complete, intact service. WWE,
it's going to be
NXT, SmackDown, Raw, Unreal if you want to watch the special, whatever, all that stuff. One place, and many people believed that they were going to end up on Netflix for all of their content. The ESPN deal, by the way, it makes a lot of sense. Netflix is Netflix, sure. ESPN is connected through Disney. There's a huge ecosystem through which WWE can work its tentacles. Like, it makes, from a business standpoint, it makes a stupid amount of sense, and it's going to be very beneficial for their bottom line, for their pockets. Like, I understand fully why they did it. I think that a lot of people who are fans got priced out of the market when it comes to live events, and now they're about to get a little bit priced out of the market to watch the damn shows, unless you get a VPN and then you subscribe to Netflix for, I don't know, $5 a month, and then you're good. You're golden. Go ahead, do that. But yeah, here we are. ESPN, WWE, they're excited about it.
It's fine, I guess.
Hold on, before you, someone in the chat asked, will pay-per-views cost extra like UFC? No. It has been told that no, it will not cost you extra. And also, if you are a cable customer and you have ESPN, if your cable company, if it's part of the package, you can bundle in and you'll already have the service. So if you're through ESPN and let's say you're a Comcast subscriber, you can get through you're already in, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, I know you have like ESPN to stream it. Like, do you have like the ESPN Plus portion of that?
Don't think they're going to Plus though.
Okay, I don't know. Again, I feel like this changes every single.
I think they would have told
day.
You. That's true. I think they would have told you that they're coming to ESPN, not ESPN Plus. Like, it feels like, Mania would be on ESPN proper, not ESPN Plus, because the idea is that they're going to put WrestleMania on ESPN. Will serve as their exclusive U.S. domestic home.
All right, yeah, it says all 10 of WWE's premium live events. 10? They got like 50 of these things. Will stream on ESPN's it's a new platform.
Just
so
ESPN.
I don't know if maybe they're doing away with ESPN Plus to do this new. It's gonna change. All of it's going to change. What you hear now is not going to matter 2 months from now when all of this changes. Honestly, it's just not.
So the way it's written, ESPN will launch its streaming service on August 21st with a $29.99 per month price point and will keep linear network's name ESPN. The D2C direct-to-consumer service will allow users to get all 7 of ESPN's domestic linear networks in addition to ESPN on ABC and several other streaming options. WWE events previously streamed on Peacock in 2025 will then move over 2026 to the new ESPN platform. No word on whether or not the Ocho will make its debut on this new ESPN platform.
But to to go back to where we started on this, so I don't know if you have ESPN through Comcast, if like you are now part of this service as well. I have no idea how that's going to work because my mom has like cable and everything, and I use her cable like login to watch streaming channels like USA Network. I use that so I can get like the USA app and still watch live USA through the app, even though we don't have cable. And it kind of works the same thing with ESPN. Is like I use her login for that, and then but I have ESPN Plus through the deal I just talked about. I don't know with this new platform if that's going to be the same thing. If maybe you can still like watch stuff live, but you can't watch archived content. I've it's all gonna change. It's none of it matters right now. None of it matters.
Alex Sherman had tweeted out, and he's with CNBC Media and Sports. He's a reporter for CNBC. Says, to answer a question I've received several times, there will be no upcharge on WWE PLEs from ESPN.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there again. I'll put it. It's all with your subscription, and cable subs will automatically get the ESPN D2C product through authentication, similar to what we have in Canada, where if you are a Rogers customer and you have Sportsnet, you can use Sportsnet Plus and receive much of what Sportsnet gets. So that's how I'm watching TNA right now, because in Canada, we can't watch it on TNA Plus live. We can't watch it on YouTube live. We can only watch it through Sportsnet. And if you don't have a cable package, then you have to authenticate or purchase Sportsnet Plus at a separate price point. So this feels similar to what Canadians are dealing with if you're doing, if you're watching TNA, if you're in my boat. I'm lucky that my mom still pays for cable, so I don't have to pay to watch TNA, which is one of the reasons why I stick around with it, because I don't want to pay.
All right, well, I hope that holds true, because again, I feel like that might change in the future. Yeah, Nick Khan has said that, not to doubt Alex Sherman, but Nick Khan has said that there will be no upcharge on that stuff, and I think they, not to say they don't love money, we know they love money, but I think they know, yeah, we haven't charged for PLEs since the network, like an upcharge, so we can't exactly expect our consumers to pay $30 a month, which is more than Peacock, more than the network, and then upcharge on top of that. ESPN and UFC did that with UFC pay-per-views, and I don't know what UFC business ended up being. I know a lot of people were upset about the way that was handled, because it seemed like the UFC pay-per-view prices would fluctuate based on who was fighting. It seemed like there was just a lot of issues with the streaming, the quality, things like that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I bought any UFC pay-per-view on ESPN. I used other means to watch UFC when I wanted to watch UFC. I did, if there was a ESPN Plus event, maybe. I'm trying to think, like, all those cards sucked, and I just didn't want to watch it. So no, I probably didn't even watch those. No, I watch like 5 UFC fights a year at this point, but and they're mostly pay-per-views, and I don't pay for them. So I'm like 5 actual fights, not like 5 events. Like, I just watched the main event. But yeah, I don't think they knew they couldn't upcharge after already doing that, because you're already paying more for this. But ESPN now has the NFL deal. They announced that, or spoiler, they're going to announce that. So they're getting big NFL rights. They'll get people paying $30 a month for this. They got they still have NBA rights, because NBA are off TNT, but they're not off ESPN. So they still got NBA rights. ESPN Plus, gold mine for hockey. Absolute. If you're a hockey fan, every single game is on ESPN Plus.
You know what I was thinking about this morning while I was reading about this, getting ready for the day? I was like, man, everyone's like, I miss WWE Network. I miss this. I miss NHL Game Center Ice. Did you ever have?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh God, Game Center Ice was amazing for multitudes of reasons. Like, I didn't care about the home game. You couldn't watch your hometown team. I don't care, because you know what? I live in Toronto. I'm not a
Leafs fan. I was an Avs fan. I didn't care.
Never had a problem, because those Sens didn't get blocked. I didn't have regional blackouts for a Sens game. I could watch the Ducks. I could watch 4 games at once on a multiplayer if my internet held up. That was the best. And then Rogers was like, no, we're buying. And I was like, well, that's it for me. It was the best. At WWE Network, again, same thing. A lot of these companies started their own streaming platforms when that was the thing to do. And then one platform would get bigger, so they'd license the content to them, and that's where we're going. That's kind of, again, that's what WWE did. That's what the NHL has done. NBA is moving the same way, the NFL as well. Like NFL Sunday Ticket was the big thing, and now you get the games on the platform that has the rights. The things all changed, and God, I'm so sad about Game Center Ice. I miss it so much.
I loved that as a kid, the Game Center Ice, because yeah, as a fan, living in North Carolina, I didn't care about local blackouts, and I had the Fox Sports network anyway. So if I wanted to watch the Canes games, I would just turn on Fox Sports and watch the Canes games. But yeah, I would stay up super late and just watch the West Coast games all the time. I was played mostly West Coast anyway, so yeah, it was so great. But ESPN Plus, I will put them over for their hockey. They got a lot of hockey games on ESPN Plus. It feels like every time, that's where I watch the majority of Avs games. Like they're on ESPN Plus. I don't have to watch it through NHL 66 or any other of these websites that may or may not be legal. Like ESPN Plus actually covers all of that stuff. So I will give them credit for that. And they got documentaries and everything. So is it gonna be worth $30? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to pay it anyway because I gotta watch the WWE events, and yeah, then on top of Netflix, on top of I don't know where the archive content is. Is that still gonna be on Peacock? Is that up in the air? I haven't checked to see yet.
So that's a TBD. On top of that, there are people who are asking now, what about NXT? Where do NXT PLEs fit into this? Are they, because WWE has now, WWE is now branding NXT PLEs as WWE, right? So WWE Heatwave is coming up, right? It's Heatwave. It's not NXT Heatwave, but also they've given you a number of PLEs on the ESPN deal. Go ahead.
So this is from Brandon Ross at Lightshed, who's probably going to be on the media call today, and maybe he'll ask about Brock Lesnar.
Thank you.
It says that the library and the NXT PLEs are still up for bid. So yeah, the ESPN deal does not include NXT PLEs, which I don't think should be a too big of a surprise. I'm not saying that like they shouldn't be included, but it does specifically say about the ESPN deal 10 WWE PLEs. NXT is not included in that. That's where you're talking Mania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, Rumble, Survivor Series. What else are they're big? The Clash in Paris, the Saudi shows, I guess, would be counted there, and then they don't really have a December show anymore. Saturday night's main event is still NBC. Yep. So yeah, they'll get to 10, obviously. Elimination Chamber, forgot about that one. So Backlash. So yeah, that's like your 10. Once you add in NXT, you're way over 10. So I think it makes sense that
you're probably about 15. It's
over 10.
Yeah, that's true. Did they say 10 and not 15?
No, they said 10.
They said 10. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Oh, maybe I read someone was like they're usually 15 with NXT. So then that's probably where I'm pulling the number from. So I give it 10. But wait a minute. Does 2 nights of SummerSlam and WrestleMania count?
No, it counts. No, it counts as one.
I know. We'll be seeing more 2-night PLEs. That's the reality of it. Those ESPN, and you know what? I don't expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do something like ESPN showing the Royal Rumble, but night 1 is on linear, night 2 is exclusive only through the streaming service.
They're going to complicate the shit out of this, and it's going to be very annoying.
Yeah. So going back to the NXT PLEs. So now that if NXT is still open, if my name is Carlos Silva, I am jumping and saying, please take me, Peacock. Please take me with NXT. Do a bundle deal if you can. Nah. Try and get, and this isn't a WWE buys TNA at all. That's not what I'm saying. This is a TNA needs to get in on this deal and get a portion of the pie and get bought up through, not bought up, but licensed for content, because this is an opportunity that I don't think they fully expected to have at their disposal. They are working with NXT primarily. This is a moment for them, because certainly everything Carlos has been saying lately in his interviews points to, we got nothing. We got nothing and we're all out of ideas. So this is an opportunity for TNA to pull up and do their, and move. And again, going back to WWE Network and Game Center Ice, they're one of the last companies that have their own streaming service. This is TNA. TNA Plus is their own thing. They don't need TNA Plus. They can, I mean, it's good to have their library, but like, if you can move your live events and your TV even over to Peacock, you're gonna do pretty damn well. I just don't know what TNA expects out of whatever deal they get, other than going live. Going live seems to be their big thing, and it's like, it's one thing to go live, but like, do you have a place for it? If you're not, where are you going to go? Are you going to stay in Florida? Are you going to go to Full Sail? I know you were looking at Full Sail at one point to do live events, but like, what's your live look like? Because if you're going to do live weekly, you got to fill a room weekly. NXT does that because they have the Performance Center and they have a site where they can film TV and bring in buses of fans for free. Are you going to do the same? Where's your money coming from? So I'm curious about where TNA exists on this platform. There is Honor Club. Yes, thank you. All 10 people are very excited about Honor Club, but there it is. Who knows?
So select events will simulcast on ESPN's linear network. So it could be what you talked about, where night one of some things might be on ESPN, the network, and not the streaming platform, and night two is on the streaming platform, which I think would make some sense if you're trying to push people to do more subscriptions on ESPN. Is look what we did on night one, and then Triple H comes out there is like, if you like night one, you ain't seen nothing yet, and then we're thrilled to have Brock Lesnar back.
We called him home. That's the line. That's that, and the very tone deaf. Oh, you ever see Brock before? No. Brock does what Brock wants. It's like, well, that's kind of to be misconstrued in any way you want it. Yeah. So hey, go for it. Use that line. Oh my gosh. By the way, shout out to our pal Shadi in the chat. He was here earlier and said hi. Ibu kind of mentioned, he tweeted out, y'all enjoy watching a bad Solo Sikoa match as part of a 5-match PLE for $29.99, to which Shad quote tweets, why Solo catching strays? And then Ibu replies, did you watch that steel cage match? Now imagine paying $30 for it. Oh, that was very funny. Shadi. Buddy, good on you. That's a good exchange right there for y'all. But someone was talking about, I think it was Drew also in our chat, talking about having cable versus not having cable and who benefits from this. And Trevor Dame had posted, it's crazy that if you live outside of the US, WWE offers everything on Netflix effectively, but in the US, you need every single digital option. You need USA Network, Netflix, CW, NBC for Saturday Night's Main Event, ESPN, another place for NXT PLEs wherever they go. And then there's Tubi for Revolve, even though it's free. And then you've got to do A&E if you want to watch LFG. And he calls people who watch LFG godless freaks, which, thank you, SB3. SB3 should have words with Trevor over that one. But he's right. You really got to have everything under one spot.
Yeah, that's not how it's done. That's just not how it's done anymore, where everything lives here. You gotta have 15 different platforms. And this is the NBA model. This is the NFL model. This is what they want to follow. Because the NFL, same thing. All right, you got Monday Night Football on ESPN. You got Sunday Night Football on NBC. You got local games on CBS and Fox. You got Thursday Night Football is on Amazon. That's 5 different platforms right there. And I'm sure some of that has shifted. I'm just going based on what was last season. NBA, same thing. You got Thursday and Tuesday on TNT. Again, last season, I know it's shifting. Wednesday and Friday on ESPN. You got your local network games. You got some games on the Saturday night games on ABC. The finals are on ABC or ESPN. Some playoff games are on TNT. And again, you got your local platforms as well, which the local platforms are a complete disaster in some markets. that this is the way it works, is get as much as you can from as many different platforms as you can, as many platforms that are willing to buy stuff. I know people want to, make fun of WWE for a number of reasons, but you want to talk about how much content they produce and everything. But that's their selling point, is they got 52 weeks of content. And if you don't have the PLEs, oh well, what if we do this documentary? What if we do this profile piece? Like, they are a content machine. That is what they do. They like to use the line of, oh, AEW is not competition. This thing's not competition. Competition is Disney and Sleep and stuff. But like, it's factual, because they don't see other wrestling companies as competition. Are they? Yes. But they see competition as like Marvel and Disney and McDonald's and literally Sleep, because if you are sleeping, you are not thinking about WWE. If you are going to the movies to see Superman, you are not thinking about WWE. And they want you thinking about WWE 24/7. And that's why they're on multiple platforms. That's why they do all of the content that they do. And they have no off season, so they can keep just running content out there. Like, it sounds like just a dumb line that they say because they don't want to reference AEW as competition, but truth.
Oh, right as he gets to this point, that's when he loses his internet. I love it. Come back, Jeremy. Come back. You're back.
Okay. But that is what they truly see things. They see Sleep as competition, because if you're sleeping, you're not thinking about WWE. They want to embed your brain 24/7. They just do.
There's a reason why 25 years ago, 21 years, 26 years ago, WWE launched 24/7.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted. This has been in the works for them for over 25 years. Is that wild to think about? Yes, because they didn't know what they had until it came up to them. And they started with the channel, and the channel was running the classics, and then they did all the panel stuff, and they were doing content, because they are a content farm. Wrestling on TV, a TV wrestling product, is a content farm. AEW has a lot of shoulder content as well. When they started, it was a lot of Being the Elite, and Being the Elite was a larger, well-known entity that fed storylines into Dynamite, and people were annoyed about that. But the reality was, they needed to be a content farm. They needed to leverage what they had in order to get people to watch the next content they were creating, which was Dynamite. And then from there to get to the pay-per-views, and then later on to Collision. It's like, it's similar but different. Like, AEW's content service is different, because they are, first of all, only 5 years in as a company, versus WWE's 50 plus year head start, plus all the tape libraries they had and all the other content they were pulling in. WWE always wanted to be what they are now. And now, like I said, the ESPN deal is perfect for them, because it gets their hands into a much larger cookie jar that they've never had access to before. The idea of being in Disney's world is a dreamscape for them. They will and can and absolutely will take advantage. Someone mentioned in the chat, you've got The Rock doing Disney films. Is there a possibility that Dwayne opened a door or had opened a conversation or two? Sure, that's always a possibility.
But Nick Khan's connected to everybody, folks.
Nick is also incredibly connected. My point of all, and also Nick and Dwayne have a history as well. They have a friendship as well. So again, from a company standpoint, from a business standpoint, it's a slam dunk. It really is. From a fan service perspective, God, does this suck? You like I said earlier, you already can't afford tickets. That's not you, the royal you, to a show. But now you're going to have to pay upwards of $30 for a PLE. And again, I like I said, those of you who have cable are potentially, as of right now, opted in to the service, but not everyone's going to have that. So I guess we'll see. Zeno Hour saying Sherman added YouTube TV users will get ESPN service through authentication. If that's the case, great. Again, tentacles. This is it. Louis trying to bring Alexa Bliss Gamer into the chat, saying Alexa Disney princess.
I mean,
The
it's gonna
reply is,
happen.
yes, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
There will be,
happen.
like they're doing right now. They're doing the Universal stuff with the Y6. If you don't think they're going to try for that in Disneyland in 2 years or even 1 year,
Yeah.
you are sadly mistaken. They're going. It's licensing. It's IP. It's an opportunity for them to put their name on everything. They want to be a global brand. They want to do everything that comes with it. The only difference, and like talk about it, it's dirty and it's disgusting, is that they're doing it in front of you, and like there is a certain amount of I can't even put it into words. Some people do it in the shadows. WWE just does it in front of you, and you feel gross, but in this really disgusting kind of way. You kind of say, "All right, they're doing it in front of us. At least they're doing it in front of us." It's not an excuse. It's kind of something off the top of my head. Now, I see people feeling about, can't support a company that's had sex trafficking allegations against them. Fully understood. And that's why I don't like saying the things that I'm saying, but I understand. Again, it doesn't mean I'm stamping approval on it. I understand how people could see it as just like, at least they're doing it in front of our faces instead of in the back. So it's kind of the way it goes. Shall we hit a couple super chats?
Yeah.
Or do you have anything to add before we move on?
No. Go for it.
Joel sent a super chat saying, "This is for Jeremy, not Joel." Hey, thanks for all you do. I'm not reading the hashtag. Get your giant elastic band, and I hope it works.
Joel is wrong.
No, stop it. People are disgusting. Not you, Jules. We appreciate you. I hope you enjoy Honor Club. That was the amount that you donated was enough for us to get 1 month of Honor Club. But then YouTube takes 30%, so now we need to get more. Volib sends a super chat saying, "Oh, there's no Vanilla Fumble here. What are we doing? The bit has been destroyed." I'm sure there's one later. It's earnings call week. I'm sure they'll have to talk about all the numbers going up. I just hope that's it, and we don't get what happened the last few times, which goes into Tenruza saying, "Here come the budget cuts," and that's ridiculous. And Jeremy, you kind of alluded to it both on Monday and yesterday, that when there is a earnings call, which there is this week, there's
today. It's today, folks.
Yeah, you're right. Today is Wednesday. My week's all messed up.
I don't have to cover it.
Lucky. Oh, that's right. You're going to go enjoy Dynamite.
I'm going Dynamite. I ain't covering this earnings call.
You're going to listen to it on the way. I know you. You'll be in the
No.
Oh, no. It's at 5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at like 5. I should be out of the house by then. If I'm around for this, I'd be so mad. I'm going to pretend like I'm not regardless.
Good. Go enjoy yourself.
What time is this dumbass earnings call?
Probably 5. They usually wait to EOD. Used to be mornings. Now they just say the end of trading day.
Yeah.
5:30 maybe.
Usually 5:30. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, 5 o'clock. All right.
There you go. So you can go and listen to it. Yeah, this is
shit.
Fair. The idea of potentially the boneheadedness, the poor look of potentially cutting talent on a Friday. It's up there. It's a possibility. They have done it. There is a precedent set. It's what they do.
Yeah, it's I hope it doesn't happen, but the last few times, if it hasn't been the week of, it's been the week after is when they've typically done it. So hopefully that's not the case, because they're going to tout these big deals. They're going to tout revenues up. This is a huge deal. They just brought Brock back. He ain't coming cheap. So it's always a bad look when you tout all this record revenue and then you have to release talent for budget cuts. Just like,
you all right there?
Yeah, I hit my headphone cord.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, shall we move on? Is there anything else?
If we don't change the thumbnail for this show, I'm gonna clip all the ESPN talk and run that. I've been shitty on clips and shorts the past few days. I apologize for that, everybody. I got to get better. But
we had a thumbnail that's already changed today. I knew last night that I was changing it to the Hurt Syndicate stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, if you don't change it again for the ESPN talk, I'll cut the Hurt Syndicate talk and run that as a clip. Either way, I will use the Hurt Syndicate thumbnail, but I do want a ESPN thumbnail because that was a good discussion to clip for the show. On-air production meeting, folks.
We're clipping both. We're not
going to clip the Hurt Syndicate talk if
Why not? Just clip everything.
Yeah.
Just clip it all up. Do what Observer does. Just clip everything and just take over the algorithm.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. We'll talk about it. Anyway, we got a super chat from Vala. You got your finger on the button?
No. So hold on.
I will wait for the finger on the button. Get your super chats in. Get your thumbs up on the video if you haven't. A lot of y'all are watching. We appreciate it. It's a good day. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you having trouble with the video too?
No. I just took me a second to find it.
Okay. It wasn't scrolling for me on Monday for some reason, but it is now. So Valab says Vanilla Fumble.
I'm Vanilla, baby.
Is what we call when there's no follow-up to Tony D and NXT. Don't stop. We didn't see him.
He's dead.
I guess he's in every other week appearance. Did Dark State off Tony D?
I mean, maybe. This Dark State stuff, man. That sucks.
So yeah, they eat the pin at Slammiversary, and now they're back to being who they are.
Yeah, I take the L on that one. I had some hopes when they first came in. It looked like they were going after top people, and they were going to establish them as like an actual group with some power and some meaning. And then they're probably going to win the tag titles at Heat Wave. I swear. Go back and watch this segment. The segment where they attack Trick, Javon, Oba, and Moose. The one dude just jumps onto the apron himself. Go back and watch. It's dark because they like to do the spooky lights and everything. But nobody tosses him over. It's before he gets knocked off the apron. I don't remember who it was. But he just like leaps on he like remembers he needs to be on the apron to get knocked off. And he just jumps on the apron himself. Man, they're just not good. Like the presentation is not good. Their promos are fine, their wrestling is fine, but it just sucks.
Did you see the promo that they cut in the back?
Yeah, they're gonna be up asses. That rules.
Color James doing the
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Their promos are fine. Like
no. I'm curious. Was like, what did that serve other than people looking up and being like, did they realize how poorly they were scripted that they needed to add that comment in order to get people to look up from their phones and just be like, huh? Did he just say thumbs up your butt?
Yeah.
Like,
That was funny.
It was funny, but it was like, what was the point when this is supposed to be like I was gonna say spooky dookie, but now they want to put your thumbs up butt, so it ain't so dookie no more. It's very strange that was what they wanted to put out there as a promo. And it was a pre-tape, which made it even funnier. So yeah, that was it's not great. They're big losers, but now they're gonna have another, big show main event, not talking about Paul White. And they're gonna take on, the two major champions plus their two challengers. Hooray.
Yeah.
And then they got Trick taking on Javon again in 2 weeks in Philly because the winner's gonna face Obafemi for the NXT title. And Trick's also got his, title match against Moose next Friday. So there's that. I'm sure people are going to be watching Emergence. Have fun. I won't.
And when's that show?
Next Friday. I'll be at C4.
Yeah, I'll probably have to watch that.
They just announced a triple threat for that match, by the way. It's going to be C4. Ortiz, Stu Grayson, and Richard Holiday. That's a hell of a three-way. I'm going to enjoy watching that live. I'm going to talk to some of these guys next week. We'll have a little bit of conversation around what's going on next week as it pertains to our super chats and our and C4 and my enjoyment there and my work there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Work, going, show, whatever. Yeah, the NXT was very much a TNA Redux type of show. Having George Iceman show up and just be like, I'm going to take those titles for you. And then JC Jane being like, actually, my girl's going to go and shine them up real nice. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, God. And then this was my favorite. This was my absolute favorite. Say his name and he appears.
Man, this is hilarious.
Joe Hendry coming out of the fridge was the most apt thing you could do for Joe Hendry, considering the man is cold as ice right now. And you put him in a fridge. They have literally showed you, we have cooled him down to the point where he coming out of a fridge to show you, I'm still here. I'm just cold. I was watching. I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly Joe Hendry right now. He's
Yeah.
about to have a match against Mustafa Ali on Friday. Plug your ears if you don't want the results in 3, 2, 1. Ali's gonna beat Joe Hendry. Okay, you can take your ears out, and then Joe Hendry's gonna show up on NXT again. And have a thing with Charlie Dempsey? Sure. I hope they have
Yeah.
a blood sport match. That's
Yeah,
the match
he's facing Dempsey at
at
next
Heatwave.
week. No,
Oh
no,
no,
next week.
Next week. I was gonna say that's not a Heatwave match, is it?
No.
They should make it
No.
a fight pit match. Make Joe Hendry have an edge for a change. But I get it. There's a time for concerts. There's a time for titles. I get it. Now there's a time for concerts. There's a time for fight pits. You're a judo champion, Joe. Take your judo on the road. Go to the fight pits. Have a match.
Ren Sinclair and Joe Hendry is a fun little pairing, though. They play off each other well. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
cute.
mad at that.
Yeah, it's cute. It'll be fun. But also just watching him emerge from a damn
Oh yeah, it's
from a
complete.
fridge.
Yeah, it's complete mid card fodder. Like, that's what it is. It's not top guy stuff. Your top guy's not coming out of a fridge, so it's completely mid card fodder. But it is what it is with that. I thought it was funny, but funny as an cute little mid card act here.
Just amazing stuff. Joe Hendry on WWE Underground. On Raw Underground. They should just bring back the fight pit. I'm telling you. That's all you need to do. But yeah, Hendry's done. He's moving on. Henry's adding in that Vince coming back will be wild. We'll see what they do. Again, there's
I don't know.
There's two levels of belief to that. One is, they're getting ballsy and they're doing the things that they're doing, bringing in people and doing things. On the other hand, Vince is persona non grata by tons of people. Sorry, I'm just looking at an email I got. He is persona non grata for a lot of people backstage and a lot of the people in charge. So to bring him back would be not in anyone's favor at this point.
I'm with you.
I get it. They're playing in your face.
I feel like for Cena's last match, he's going to be there. Whether or not they show him on camera, different story. I feel like he's going to be there.
The mustache.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, by the way. I do have a feeling that that's what you're going to see.
I mean, maybe he's got to be there and, all hoodied up and everything, and they just let him chill in his trailer, but I feel like he's going to be there.
I just got a very random press release.
Oh, okay.
No, about Chelsea Green and the Kissimmee Experience season premiere.
All right.
I guess she's doing stuff with the Kissimmee Experience. It's a travel series. So that just caught me off guard because that's something I don't get, and it goes to my other email, not my normal one. That's very funny. We'll see. Someone saying dressed up like an Uso for Vince, wearing a big black hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I get it. And people saying he'll be backstage is whether or not they show him is maybe they'll keep him locked in a room. Who knows? Would he want to be there for John? Sure. Would John want him there? Of course he would. They still have dinner together. So who knows? But you got to play him where you lay him, or play him. What's the word? Deal him and play him.
Hilarious that was John Cena's line, which I said was his line. Please keep following me for more accurate scoops. Scoops, sure.
Yeah, scoops.
So very funny story. Very funny story. I don't know if it's funny to anybody else but me. We were talking about Jimmy and his tweet earlier. So I had the tweet after Triple H made the comment of basically trying to say, oh, this was John Cena's thing. Like, we asked him who he wanted, and now we're working through it. And my tweet was, John's public stance is, I'm not pitching anything. Randy Orton has backed that. So what Triple H said could be true, but it goes against what John has said publicly. Also, we know John didn't pitch this heel turn. So the how part of this, you have done the how, Triple H. John did not do part of that how. I get a message from someone higher than me. There's not many people, but someone higher than me. It's just being like, did he say this after Triple H? Like, no, it was, I was talking about Triple H's comments of we're working through it. This has been his public stance, like, since the start of the retirement tour. And they're like, well, you should probably, like, clarify that it was at the start of the retirement tour and it wasn't, like, something said after Triple H had said all this. And I'm like, do you want me to delete this? Like, I'm not trying to cause a headache. I understand other people have already caused a headache on Twitter. I'm not trying to do that. Like, no, I just want to clarify. I was like, all right. Nobody took it that way. Everyone took it how this is what John has said publicly. No one thought that, oh, when did John say this after Triple H had said this? No one thought that. There wasn't a single person who mentioned that to me, except for the person higher than me. And then, a day later, John Cena says exactly that. And I'm like, see? I'm just prognosticating here. Let me get my tweets off. I don't get anybody in trouble most of the time. Sometimes I get myself in trouble, but this has been John's public stance. This was always going to be John's public stance, is that I don't pitch anything. I do what I'm asked to do. Like I said yesterday, could he say no if Triple H approaches him and goes, hey, we want to turn you heel. Hey, we want to bring back Brock Lesnar. Yes, he's powerful enough. It's his retirement tour. He can say no. And whether Triple H listens or not, that's up to Triple H. But yeah, John Cena can say no. The same way Triple H could say no if John Cena said, hey, I want to bring back Brock. Can we do that? Both of them can say no. But as far as who put this together, I don't think that was a John Cena call. I think that was a call elsewhere. And then John just went along with it because John just goes along with things unless he doesn't want to lose certain matches. But he will work with whoever. He might not lose to whoever, but he'll work with whoever.
You know what's really interesting as you say that? I think back to when Roman Reigns was telling Sam Roberts all these years ago, I do what I do and I hope to get rich. And I'm like, who would have told him that? Who would have told Roman Reigns to say that in public? And it's been staring me in the face for the last 24 hours. John Cena and Roman Reigns were boys, and I always forget that. They liked each other just fine as both were on different parts of their career. But the idea was you're going to put Roman's going over strong, right? That was it, John. And like John, I guess, told him, don't fight it, pick your battles, do what you do, and hope to get rich. And I guess Roman said that publicly, and here we are. That's hilarious. I just fully put that back together. Yeah, John just does what John is asked to do most of the time. He'll push back if it doesn't work for his character, but otherwise he's just like, yeah, sure, that's the dude. Let's go. I know how to do my job. You guys navigate the rest of it. And he's basically telling you this. But how many more people can be thrown under that bus? They got to start pulling bodies out from underneath the tires at this point. There are a lot of people under there.
Yeah, if it's great, Triple H will take credit for it. If it's not great, who did that? Not me. Even though I run everything, even though I book everything, it's not my fault.
Even though I drive that bus, I'm not going to stop myself from, throwing you under it after.
It's not my fault. It's the same thing with the Cena heel turn. Who'd they try to blame for that? The Rock and Travis Scott. Oh, The Rock and Travis Scott didn't show up. That's why it was a bad heel turn. Okay. By all accounts, The Rock said he wasn't going to be around after Elimination Chamber. You put your eggs in a Travis Scott basket? And your grand idea there was to do a tag team match with Cena and Travis Scott? If that blew up the heel turn? You had 5 months to book a good heel turn. You booked a garbage ass heel turn. You booked a garbage ass heel run. It sucked from the very beginning. First promo was fine. I'll repeat it once again for anyone here who's new. The thing died when John Cena was generic heel A, going Mike Mizanin and
That's
getting laid
George
out.
Mizanin.
Sorry, getting laid out by Cody Rhodes every single week. It was trash. It was trash from that point on, and it didn't get better. And your idea for that was to blame The Rock and Travis Scott for not showing up. Ah, that's your fault. You booked a shitty run.
And then Rock comes in and he's just like, my work here was done. That was always my favorite. It's like, you could, again, going back to who gets thrown under the bus, all Rock had to do was say, something other than my work here is done and I walked away. That, I mean, you can argue that put the deal directly in Paul Levesque's corner, where he had to book this otherwise, shitty heel turn. There was never a plan. We've already established this. And it got so bad that now the 3D chess of it all is John Cena coming out before SummerSlam and just completely throwing out the heel turn and saying this sucked. Now we're back to square one. And that's 4 months that we lost of a great possible John Cena retirement run. That's the part that really sucks for John, at least. If you're a John Cena fan or you're thinking about maybe what John wanted, I'm sure I'm sure at one point in the next 10 years, John Cena will talk about the goods and bads from it. And he'll say that the heel turn didn't work. I'm sure he's already on that. But I really hope that he gets into like how this all sucked. And I know that he's not going to do it without someone reporting on it and getting it all right. But as of right now, I'm just wondering, like, what's that going to look like when John's gone? He's been out for a few years. The bubble is past. All of his friends are gone, and that's it. What's it going to look like?
At some point, John will get some truth serum and start. He'll be on Cody's podcast. Cody will get him drunk and like, all right, let's talk some shit now.
We both know that it always ends up being the same thing. You got to go with you got to reprogram the AI John Cena bot. That's all it is. John Cena is a bot. He's AI. He's like Ace used to be. Remember Ace Shock in our chat? Wonder what happened to them. They got deprogrammed. Bleep bloop. They're gone. And that's what happened. That's what John Cena is. He's a bot.
To somebody saying, like, do you think John Cena just didn't know how to be a heel? He was a heel to start his run, not the initial start, but he was a heel in his run. He worked with a ton of heels. I think John Cena knows how to be a heel. I think the material sucked. And he went out there and delivered the material he was given. It was going to be a tough ask because you'd built up 20 years of babyface John Cena and now you got to turn him. What's the explanation? I didn't think that the explanation was that bad. The toxic relationship thing, you saying, you cheering, you booing me when I was doing everything right. Like, I thought there was some good stuff in the material with his promos. His mannerisms and the way he was booked with get laid out every single week. Every week, it became a running thing. There was no heat on John Cena because he just got laid out at every turn. And then, yeah, he'd win the match by cheating and stuff. But there was no heat to get there because you just watched him get beat up at every turn. He was generic heel A. That was the issue with it. I will go back to Hogan and NWO. They laid everyone out, and then they won the matches. So you hated them. You despised them. Did they get, when Sting started coming down, maybe WCW got one up at the end of Nitro at once every 5 weeks or something? But they were standing tall on most of those shows, and then they were standing tall at the end of the pay-per-views. And you hated it. But that was actual heat. You watch John Cena just get beat up every week. And then he'd win the match. And yeah, wrestling has changed to the point where you know who's booking, and if you don't know, Triple H will remind you until he doesn't want to remind you. But you can't have the heel just get beat up every week. There's got to be some actual heat to him. It was just trash. It was a trash booking.
Love Drew in the chat saying, "You Can See Me," a new podcast with John Cena and Conrad. No. It's, hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to The Doctor is In.
Nah.
With The Doctor of Thugonomics. John Cena, how you doing, John?
Nah.
I am okay.
Drew's one is better.
What, You Can See Me?
Yeah.
Awful.
Can't see me.
Awful.
It's better than The Doctor is In.
He's a Doctor of Thugonomics. Of course you let him in. It just like hustle, loyalty, recollect. Oh god, yeah, it wasn't good. It just was not good, the John Cena heel turn. And for him to have to go out there and just retcon the whole thing in the laziest way possible, like we talked about on Monday, on that dumpster fire of a Monday of a main channel Monday we had to do, he had to come out there and just be like, yeah, it sucked, I got left high and dry, which is basically like, it's a kayfabe confirmation of things that people have said for the last few months, right? Rock and Travis Scott gave up on it, and that was it. Rock saying my work here is done. The reports with Travis Scott not wanting to, not giving a shit anymore and going half-ass into another project. It was just, that was it. They all decided that this wasn't going to work. They weren't going to bring everyone back to the table for whatever reason that meant. And John was like, all right, forget it. That's it. So it's just, people bought into it. People are like, oh, this is the best thing ever. We got John Cena back. Yes, the nostalgia heads, people who are like, I'm here for John Cena's last run, they're excited. They should be excited. But like the way that the story was told was just god awful. Could have done literally anything to get out of it. They just didn't do it. It sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Look, they got the big pop on the return. It's fine. They retconned it and made it seem like it was one bad idea from one person to make shocking TV, even though it was Triple H's idea.
Oh, it was The Rock's idea, remember? Unless you watch WWE and Real.
Yeah, it was still The Rock and Travis Scott's fault. But it was bad from the start. I'm glad we got babyface John back. I'm not glad that we're just getting a Brock Lesnar feud. And this is where when Triple H says, oh, John gave me a list of who he wanted to work with, and now we're working through that. This is where I didn't buy it. Because, yeah, maybe John wanted to work with all his old favorites and everything. But this is straight out of a Triple H playbook of, what do we know? What's the nostalgia? Because he loves the nostalgia. Oh, John and Randy. Oh, John and R-Truth. John and Punk. John and Brock. That's what he does. He can play off of the nostalgia. Because booking something fresh, God forbid, doing a John Cena program with Drew McIntyre, something we haven't seen before, doing a John Cena program with LA Knight, that's a little, they had a little hint a couple years ago. That would actually require some piecing together and playing with new toys a little bit. Adding something different to what we haven't seen from John Cena. But why do that? Why do that when you can just, hey, remember when you feuded with Randy 20 years ago and you had all those matches that everyone hated? Hey, remember your little bit with R-Truth? He's your hero. I remember the Punk stuff with the pipe bomb. Remember Brock? You guys did those cool matches when Brock returned. Why do something fresh? Like Dominic Mysterio. Like Drew McIntyre. Nah. That's too difficult. Just give them the 20-year stuff.
You got to play the hits, brother.
Nah.
It's what
Gunther, Jacob Fatu, like.
You know what? Listen, I'm not a big fan of everyone being like Carmelo Hayes. He should be the guy. Carmelo. I get it. There's a groundswell of support and people are all about it. I think some people might push a little too hard at some stuff, but like Why not do John Cena and Carmelo Hayes? Why not try for something like that? It's a little frustrating. Maybe not as a title match, but as when John Cena was heel, why not have Melo at least make a run at the guy? Little things like that. Ken Bruno sent a super chat saying, next season on WWE Unreal, Triple H says, and then we booked The Rock and Travis Scott just to leave. Plot hole? No, just part of the ride. Just enjoy it. Don't listen to anyone else. It was all my idea. It's perfect.
Yeah.
We interrupted a review of NXT for Cena talk.
What else happened on NXT? That show just...
Not much.
I mean, stuff happens.
The tag title match had a shit finish. You want me to bury the referee who decided to not... Instead of letting them finish the match a few minutes early and do a celebration that led to Darkseid coming out, they had that weird finish where one of them gets hit with the finisher that Hank and Tank does. He was out. He was down. Maybe he thought that was the finish because they did it twice in the end. It counts 1, 2, and then the referee goes for 3. The guy's shoulders are very clearly on the mat, both of them. But the referee's like, oh, rubbing the mat. Like, no, they're up just that tiny bit. And then they got to keep going and do another sequence where they get to the finish. It makes the referee look like an idiot. It makes Hank and Tank look like it makes everybody in the ring look stupid. Why did you have to go back? The referee has been told, call it like a shoot. Call the match like a shoot. This same shit that happens, you're supposed to call like a shoot, man. It's very stupid. And then Darkseid came out with like the match was fine as a tag title match. It was fine. Hank and Tank are not lighting the world on fire. But at the same time, that finish ruined everybody. I thought that was garbage. But we also have to talk about the other elephant in the room. What are we doing? Why is our coffee and cocaine girl getting absolutely squashed?
That was going to be the case. She actually put up more of a fight than I thought she would. I thought they'd just kill her immediately.
That's true.
When that match got booked, it's like, oh, man.
Felt so bad.
They're gonna beat my poor Thea Hale. Nia's foot was under the rope. Very clearly. I would like to file a formal complaint and get that win overturned.
Have you considered tweeting Shawn Michaels, even though he'll probably block you for it? I'd do it myself, but I'm already there, brother.
Hold up. I'll tweet Shawn Michaels. I don't care if he blocks me.
Good luck. I mean, it's not like you won't be able to see his tweets after that.
Yeah. So what does being blocked mean at this point?
Tell me about it. That's why I use Blue Sky. Blocking actually means something.
Hold on. Okay. There's a good angle. Somebody did a good angle where like her foot was very clearly under the ropes, and now I got to find like that angle. Unfortunately, it's going to be more difficult than... I don't feel like putting all this work into things. You know what I mean? It's
funny because as we're saying this, we were talking about like WWE's PR machine, and they're not having the great PR of 2025. That's because Nick Khan is out here telling people not to have vacation replies. He's telling people to answer emails at 3 a.m. It's expected of you. You can't do your best on no sleep. Come on, that's the problem. If you ever need a break, don't go to WWE. I mean, unless your name's Aleister Black, which way you can take a break.
I found the angle of Nia's foot being very clearly underneath the ropes. I'll pop it up on the screen for everybody so everyone can see what I'm talking about here. I gotta delete some of these like photos and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's limited to.
Oh yeah, all the SmackDown stuff. Yeah, we know that's not us. Even the Carl's Jr. one, I'm gonna get rid of that one.
Okay.
Although we keep Lance Storm and the Rizzler. Or sorry, Lance Archer and the Rizzler. Lance Storm and the Rizzler equally entertaining.
Yeah, that'd be something. All right, so as you can see, her right foot very clearly underneath the ropes.
Yep, you could see it.
I'm going to file an official complaint to Shawn Michaels right now.
Using that photo as well?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
Mr. Shawn Michaels.
We will also never get rid of this one. Leave this thing alone.
File a formal complaint on the behalf of Thea Hale as Nia Jax's foot was clearly under the rope on the pinfall. last night. This loss should be, I said this win for Nia should be overturned. Thank you. And then I'll put evidence. There we go.
Perfect.
Right foot, Exhibit A. All right, folks. We filed the formal complaint to Shawn Michaels.
You might want to tag Nick Aldis as well so he takes it under advisement. Zeno Hour does point out Nia Jax is a SmackDown talent. Should you CC all the GMs?
Yeah. All right, I've filed the formal complaint. I should have. I guess I can edit it.
You can edit it or do a reply underneath. Evidence.
Yeah, I'll do a reply underneath. CC Nick Aldis. What is Nick Aldis's Twitter?
Isn't he Nick Aldis WWE?
I don't think so. No,
or maybe
he had his account way before then.
Oh, that's true. He's real Nick Aldis.
Okay, thank you.
Because if you're not Nick Aldis, you're real something. Someone's got Nick
CC
AI.
Real Nick Aldis as Nia is a SmackDown talent.
You don't forget to include Push Carrying Cross.
I'm not including Push Carrying Cross.
Oh my goodness.
All right. We've tweeted one head of wrestling in this on this show. We're gonna tweet another one here pretty shortly.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
I'm very scared for that one.
That's fine.
Is there anything else from NXT that we should touch on?
No.
There wasn't really anything that
what happened
really
on
did
show.
it. We talked about the more important stuff. Joe Hendry coming out of a refrigerator.
Yeah, that happened. Moose was on the show.
Moose was on the show.
Stuff happened. Yeah, sure.
Oh, Drew, I did leave Sting alone after #1 Chris Jericho fan kept telling me to leave Sting alone. Every time I've decided, every time I see a photo of Sting doing any sort of con, I do a Sting photo. I Photoshop the Sting photo. Do I still have the one from the other day? Gotta find it. Yeah, here we go. There was the photo that went around from WrestleCon that had, was it Luger, Sting, Bret Hart, and Kevin Nash? Oh, you bet I got my hands on that one. I got everyone. And look, Sting still got his beard. He looks great.
Sting. What a man.
What a man. What a mighty, mighty good man. Did I get the one of him and Adrian Hernandez? Is that still here? Nope. You bet your ass it is. They're Sting and our pal Adrian Hernandez.
Why is Adrian not have the face paint on?
I didn't do it for him. I just needed to get the beard. No. I needed people to see how out of control this beard is on Sting. Looks great. So you're welcome. Adrian was like, yo, that's crazy. He did not know I was doing it. It was so stupid.
Respect to Adrian.
Love that man. Great guy. Oh, man. Ken said he met Kimmy this weekend. I'm so sorry.
That's unfortunate, Ken. Are you the person who...
Oh, no. Was it you? I also got that text.
Did you say you enjoyed Kimmy's appearances on In the Weeds? Because Kimmy was like... Someone said they liked my appearances on In the Weeds. I was like, I'm sorry that person listens to our show. Was that you, Ken?
Ken saying, oh, no.
Okay, it was him. All right.
Ken, now we got to ban you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna message Ken like, you met the great Ken Bruno.
That's true. Dyeing the beard to match the face paint. Oh, I got y'all.
Good on you, Ken. We appreciate you.
Busted open could never. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hello, Sean.
Hey guys.
How you doing, pal?
I am very excited, actually not, to hear the same people, and I hate saying the same people because I think it's very unfair, but in this situation it will be the same people who have accused me of being on a wrestling company's payroll to rationalize WWE being on the worldwide leader in sports, including often breaking news being on their payroll. Because I'm sure that stuff ties into each other. WWE's going to be feeding ESPN a lot of stuff. And if you guys thought it was bad when Coach was hosting the show, oh boy, we have at least seen him willing to go out and blab about any old bullshit lately. This is going to be interesting. Stephen A. Smith is going to be covering WWE, guys.
Yes. He's going to be on the pre-show panel, so just know it's happening.
Kendrick Perkins fucking is going to be breaking all his news. It's going to suck.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Pat McAfee's like, I can't get away from these guys.
He's already tweeted out how excited he is.
Man.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I gotta yell at Jimmy at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, Jimmy's gonna be there? Okay, good.
Jimmy's gonna be there. Oh, okay. Jimmy's gonna be there, buddy.
All right.
Don't know how long he's gonna be there. Don't know how long he'll want to hang around, but Jimmy will be there. Jimmy will be there. And you know what? I know you all talked about it a little bit, so I'll talk about it. I don't like that bullshit that Jimmy posted. I think if Jimmy would have posted with just a single bit more clarity that the lawsuit alleges that Brock Lesnar was planning to participate in illegal activities, that could have carried an awful lot more. I do not think that he was defending Brock Lesnar, but I'll be honest, it was the single biggest unsubscriber event of Fightful Select. But let me make that clear. That does not affect Jimmy. Jimmy is independently rich and runs this site at cost. That affects that guy, this guy. The staff gets 95% of the revenue. Maybe that's generous because, like, after taxes, Jimmy makes almost. I told Jeremy he makes more from Fightful than Jimmy does. Wouldn't be surprised if Joel makes more than Jimmy does after taxes.
And I do,
but that's because of Joel's insider trading.
That is true. Not the exchange. It's the best that I can do. So I'm saying
that's
Joel.
True.
That's true.
That's true. With Canadian, it'd be like it's like an Euro trip where they go to Bratislava.
And they're rich.
A nickel. I opened my own hotel. Oh man, the damage was still done. Yeah, it was. It was. I agree.
No, it's on Jimmy to address
agree.
it. It's on Jimmy to address it and to to talk about it.
Well, we're gonna, and let me tell you, I've been yelling at him for 2.5 days about it. So, I mean, listen, there is a solid chance that this is a real thing. I mean, I listen, just so y'all know, I got a contract through 2029. Can't leave, but maybe y'all can start a free SRS thing.
I mean, we could just, like
push SRS.
Do I have to shave
we
my
want
head?
SRS.
We want to push SRS.
Thank you, Valab. I understand the business around this. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I hadn't considered that whatsoever. Oh my God. Well, thanks for letting me know. It's just like a Rubik's Cube just formed in my mind and put itself together now.
I mean, we had one of those moments earlier, so for lesser things, I get it.
Jesus Christ. Do you think the first thing I did after going off about it to Jimmy wasn't, let me see what the exit surveys say? The exit surveys were very, very clear. And I was happy about that because at least then I could show him a direct connection to such. But please continue to support Fightful. I want to say this specifically, support FightfulSelect.com because that gentleman does an incredible amount of work there. And yeah.
Select. I don't do anything for Select.
Oh, yeah, Fightful.com. Fightful.com.
Yeah, Fightful.
He does an incredible amount of work at Fightful.com. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Sean.
Nice cup that you have. I don't know if you heard that.
The big takeaway here is that Sean listened to us this morning.
Oh, maybe. I told him that I said something. So.
Oh, you did. Oh, yeah. All right, then we're back to square one.
Yeah. I don't think anybody should listen to us. I've said that. Nobody should be listening to us. What's wrong with you people?
That's
Knock
fair.
it off.
That's fair. I get it. Push Steven Jensen. Oh God. This was okay. So the very, very, very last thing about NXT, then we can move on to AEW stuff. Sorry, the chat's funny. The whole stuff with Lash Legend and Ajax. Why are we doing two beat 'em up in the middle of nowhere stories on two different WWE shows?
Oh,
We've
yeah.
done this before, but like we're doing this with Sheamus and Rusev on Monday. Why are we now doing it's like, well, they're women, so it's different, and it's NXT. It's like, but it's not, because it's two people fighting in the background throughout everyone else's business. Like, what are we doing here? It was very silly. I was just like, why are they fighting when everyone else is fighting in the back? It's very strange. Don't like it. Not a big fan. It's lazy.
I thought they were gonna wait until, and look, maybe they do a DQ finish on next week and they push it to Heat Wave, but I thought that was going to be a Heat Wave match, not a
Me too.
match for next week. And it's very possible again. It gets pushed. They do a DQ finish. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I noticed that as well. I was like, didn't we just see this with Sheamus and Rusev? What's happening here?
Zeno are saying I'll be the new co-host on the Hum. Young Bucks are overrated. Let's talk about NXT.
Dude, okay. I'm going to pitch this and it's not going anywhere.
Oh dear.
The top weed should be able to co-host the Hump once a month.
As long as it's not our show.
You get a Brian Alvarez cameo and you get to co-host the Hump once a month. That's super incentive for the top weed right there.
There are people who paid good money to get that sponsorship deal. Let's just do it.
Chat loves this idea.
Chat
I'm
is
a
a
man of great ideas.
Oh my goodness. That sounds awful, and I'm all about it.
Why drag Sean into this game? Why not? What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Sean's the perfect person. You heard him. He's got a
Yeah,
contract. He's got ownership. He deserves to be a part of this.
I'll pitch this at the next production meeting.
You know why you drag Sean into this? Because it's what we do.
All right. What are we talking about? AEW.
I love the idea. Matthew Hook saying, "Can I just pay to host a show?" We should have a tier on Select where if you pay a certain amount, you can do one show a month on Select. We used to do a certain amount, and we do the retro review with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that still exists somewhere on our platform for Select, but I mean, listen, people pay us to do sponsored posts on the website, so like,
if we're gonna do that on any show, we'll let you dorks come on this show if you want to be part of it. I don't care.
could you imagine you get a spot on the show for a month? Oh God, you could do anything for money.
Book like a minute spot on this show. Like you got
commercial.
1 minute. I'll put the timer on the clock, and you got 1 minute to get your shit in.
You
and
got
cut off.
You got a 30-second spot.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So I'm listening to what am I listening to? I was listening to Steven Larson yesterday, and I was cooking dinner while I was doing it. So I've got my AirPod in, but I can't like fast forward as easily unless I'm doing Siri stuff. And I didn't want to do that. It was the end of the show, and I listened to the two ads at the end, and they were both for Prime. And they were both they were different ads read by different people with almost the exact same script. And it was, I host a podcast, but I can't do my podcast without Amazon Prime. Da, 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 da. And all the talking points are the same, just delivered differently. And I'm like, oh, this is awful. And they should, whoever's doing traffic coordination for any of these podcasts shouldn't be fired right away. It's the end of the show. No one's paying attention. But I was, and I was like, this is not good. You can see how fake this is. So we need that in our world is really what I'm getting at. Oh, Live Glass wants to do Worst of the Weeds.
Honestly, worst of the weeds. I'd love to have you guys
Fine by me.
on that. My wife is mentioning all these people better be very vetted before
That is a good
you guys
point.
You guys start yelling about some
Yeah.
nonsense out there.
Yeah.
I feel like the people who are mentioning like I would like to do something. You guys are regulars. I feel like I can trust you guys. I wouldn't let anybody on who, I mean, fair. I wouldn't let anybody on who's like legitimately left one message and it's like, all right, I've paid for this. Like, and the people who have messaged something so far about wanting to do something, yeah, that's very true. Delayed grets. I should not trust you guys.
It's wrestling fans, don't trust them.
Yeah, but the people who are saying like, I'd like to do something. We can do worst of the weeds spot because SP3 and I got to do something this week about that. I want to do Hogan matches, mainly because I want to watch the Doomsday cage match all over again. So, yeah, SP3 and I got to do. Yeah, we're not giving you the StreamYard to this because that doesn't change, and I don't want to change it. We're not giving you that StreamYard. We'll figure something. Worst of the Weeds is its own static StreamYard, or is its own fresh StreamYard. I
have this board. It's got a phone plug-in. I've been toying with the idea of finding a way to do call-ins. The problem is I got no way of having someone screen your calls when you call in. So I'm not going in blind. It's the same as giving you the damn link. Just doesn't work.
Yeah, we can't give you the link, the static link, because
this was the one thing that worked for when Wade Keller moved off of Blog Talk Radio and started using StreamYard, and they started doing their post shows on YouTube, is that he's got a completely separate website for his VIP subscribers. It's the same content, it's just ad free, but then on his VIP site he's able to add the link to the specific post show that he's doing. So as a result, people can click on if they're VIP subscribers and they can join the show, blah blah blah, like call-in style. We don't have that opportunity. We don't have that option because we're not going to make a new post on Patreon every single show. This is how you get on, because eventually, even if we use the static link, it's going to get out somehow. Someone's going to post it and then it's over. So like, it works on certain platforms to do it. It ain't going to work on ours. Sorry.
Well, we'll continue to troubleshoot some ideas. I think starting is with Worst of the Weeds and having people on to watch terrible matches with us will be good, and then maybe we can expand from there. So, all right, we'll troubleshoot some stuff.
Tenors is saying live radio, Joel, it's the best. You're in the clear. It's not your views and you can disconnect them. Oh God, yes, but then you have some people calling in who say abhorrent shit right off the bat.
Yeah. That's again like we've had people on before. Again, just people, when we did the year-end show, we would just have listeners on. And that worked fine. Like people who, it was regulars. And if it's regulars, like I'm not as concerned about things. I would not just allow anybody to come on, especially if we don't have any type of like screening process, which we don't. So that's where it becomes more difficult. We'll troubleshoot this. Maybe get something going with the Worst of the Weeds.
Yeah, who do you think we are? Busted Open?
Well, maybe Bishop will be a producer for us.
We do need to get him over here.
Like, you want to vet the calls for us? We don't want your opinions on anything. We just want you to vet calls.
We just need you to answer the phone. Or you have voicemail or video questions. We've done like Ask ITW when we've had like a down period and just been like, there's not enough content to talk about, so you talk to us. And sometimes it goes over well. Again, we trust the chat. Y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll continue to work on stuff.
Bunch of y'all watching, so go ahead, leave a thumbs up on the video if you haven't. Donate a super chat. You can do what our pal Tenruz has done. Sent a super chat saying, can't wait for a cleansing AEW Dynamite. We are going to preview Dynamite tonight. There's been some stuff announced, so looking forward to talking about that. But first, we got to talk about what we dropped over on Fightful Select last night. Shout out to Sean in the chat, by the way. Sean Plitcha talking about doing Wade's show and all the StreamYard stuff I was talking about. So welcome. Good to have you here. Fightful Select reported that there are some frustrations within AEW regarding the Hurt Syndicates and how things have been going with them. I don't want to read the entire post. It is a very, very long post. Go to Fightful Select to get it. But the gist of it is MVP is... I'm just gonna, you know what? I don't even know. This isn't the short anyway. We've already, the short is the ESPN stuff. Has to be, right?
Yeah. That's the clip as well. So
at the end of the day, I think really the big takeaway of this whole story with what's going on is some people have visions of how their programming or how their booking should be. Other people feeling that it shouldn't be this way, and there is pushback. the what people need to know about MVP is that he is very hard-nosed. He can be very stubborn, and this is not a dig at MVP at all. He'll be the first to tell you that he is someone who is very, when he sees it his way, he's very set to that way. And as a result, there are certain things that are not happening with Hurt Syndicate that AEW and creative would prefer to be happening with Hurt Syndicate. So there's frustration there. There's just a creative kind of standstill. There have been pitches made that haven't gone through, and Jeremy's going to get into the nitty gritty of it. But I think at the end of the day, I don't see this as a make or break moment for either party. I just think this is a situation where two sides are at odds, and it's not something that can be overcome, easily. It is something that can be overcome. It won't be easy, but it can be done. So if you want to take it over and talk about some of the pitches and some of the situations that we've run into and some of the hilarious commentary coming from this as well.
The funniest thing, I'll pull this up. The funniest thing about this is they maybe didn't want to drop the titles to FTR. So it says there have been a number of creative pitches, and it should be clear that the following are claims we've heard within the company, and we aren't sure how far they've got. One of the pitches was for FTR to win it All In to start a redemption story. FTR was pitched to face Swerve and Ospreay as well, but Ospreay's injury derailed all of his creative plans after All In. FTR would then go face Cope and Christian, which we all kind of expect at All Out. Instead, MVP has stated that the team he preferred to lose the championship to are younger teams or talent. MVP's personal preferences were Gates of Agony, the Outrunners, and Private Party, who they've already beaten, which is very hilarious. It's like, we should lose to the team that we've already beaten.
Not only that, what are the ages? Like, the Outrunners are 75. So, like, what are we doing?
Private Party's legitimately not been on television since that loss.
It lost. And you know what? So this was funny because I was listening to Grapsity last week, and the boys were talking about the fact that, like, Mark Quinn's bulked up, right? And they're like, what if this turns into, like, this weird montage where they went to the gym, they went to the lab, and now they're going to get all swole and they're going to beat up the Hurt Syndicate because they got bigger. And then I was like, if then they were like, nah, no way. And now it's like, well, oh shit, what if it is what they're going to do? Private Party comes back, they're all jacked, and they win the tag titles. I'm like, now there's actual credence to this ridiculous idea that even Phil was like, this is ridiculous, but it would be funny.
So when it comes to, like, pitches and creative and everything, I don't know how far certain things get. Here's what I do know. I know what I watch on television. And I know some of MVP's promos haven't been good in building matches where he just outright buries people. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to see these people wrestle you guys now. And some of the matches have been pretty straightforward. Just, we won, we beat you down. That's that. That's very clear on television. They're in that weird spot where the crowd wants to cheer them and we hurt people, but they're supposed to be heels. They did the whole thing with MJF, which I thought maybe it was going to turn out to be a swerve. Doesn't look like that's going to be a thing. And so we just took all this television time to put MJF in the Hurt Syndicate and then immediately dropped it within a couple of weeks.
So speaking of swerve, that would make it the second story that they've just randomly dropped out of nowhere. And I think I mentioned this to a few people, and I made allusions to it on this show, kind of just in passing, that, like, things keep dropping from their stories, and you got to start wondering why. And that was exactly what I was alluding to, was someone's not happy about something, and they keep doing this. So continue with your points.
Yeah, the swerve program. I mean, Lashley won. Theoretically, it could have just ended there, but it felt like there was more to it. And then Lashley and Shelton just did tag team stuff. And that felt like an awkward transition after Bobby Lashley just beat Swerve, who's one of the top singles guys in the company. So their booking has been weird, and you've seen it be weird on television. And when you have kind of weird stuff like that, there's probably going to be questions that are asked, and questions got asked. I don't think there's anything more to this than just the typical, yeah, I don't know about working with this guy, I don't know about losing to this guy kind of stuff. And that happens. It happens probably more than you think it does. This the stuff between MVP and Mike Bailey's a little weird thing, because by all accounts, Mike Bailey's like
hilarious,
the nicest dude in the world.
I just think he hates feet.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. It just seems like he wants people to wear shoes, and Mike Bailey doesn't want to wear shoes. I'll say this about MVP. I listen to his podcast fairly regularly. I think it's a good podcast. It's on delay a lot. Like, he just posted an episode that was recorded over All In weekend, so that tells you kind of how far back these things are recorded. And he doesn't, in a lot of these podcasts, he doesn't get full into like the AEW stuff. It's a lot of generic stuff of like what he does or what he's done in his career, which I like. I much prefer that over, at least MVP is still in the business when he's giving his opinion on stuff. So a prominent person in the business. But I much prefer like, hey, tell me about your career and the things you've done and stories from your career. But on the most recent episode, which again was from All In Weekend, he talks about like what he's doing in AEW, and he says kind of a veteran standard thing of, you know, I give advice to people who ask for advice, and then if they follow it, great. If they don't, okay. I've been in the business for 20 years. I might not be able to tell you how to win a championship and get to the top, but I can tell you how to have a long career in this thing and have a prominent spot on a major companies for the majority of that 20 years. And when he's talking about this is me kind of hindsighting a couple of things. So I don't want to act like this is the issues between MVP and Mike Bailey. But I can see where he'd be like, he's giving people advice, and maybe some people don't want to fully listen to that advice, and he's probably agitated with that. I could see that. Don't say, I don't know if that's the crux of the issue. I have no idea what the crux of the issue. I'm saying that this is what MVP said on his podcast, and then I am theorizing how MVP might feel about certain things. So, but again, no idea if that's the thing, the hold up between him and Mike Bailey. But MVP has a certain way he does things. He's talked about giving advice to Ospreay and how Ospreay has listened, and Ospreay has maybe slowed down a little bit and not done as much in certain matches, while in other matches he will do more. So he has been, MVP's pretty honest and transparent on that podcast from my take anyway. But yeah, he talks about just giving advice with things. And I could see if somebody doesn't take that advice, where he would be like, all right, well, I don't really want anything to do with you then. I could see that. I could see that with anybody. Fuck, CM Punk. That was the whole crux of that, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to give advice, and people didn't want to take the advice. And he's like, all right, well, I love Adam Cole. Everyone else sucks. I can see that being an issue with a lot of veterans of, I'm giving this advice. If you're not going to listen, I don't think quite as highly of you now. Veterans have said as much. Oh, yeah.
Maybe MVP is just, upset that he can't grow a sweet ass mullet.
It could be.
Entirely possible.
Very much could be.
I alluded to this off air with you that, first of all, if you're in a job, you don't like 99% of the people.
Wow.
I don't like anybody at Fightful. No, it was the other way around. You're not going to like 100% of the people in your workspace. You're going to sometimes either steer clear or just not work with certain people, or work very, at arm's length from certain people. That's fine. That's a collaborative environment, though, when you have a smaller locker room and you have to work with these people. And these people are on the ascent, and you need to give them the opportunities, because the boss is saying, we are going to work with this person moving forward, and we're going to push them up the card. This is in Speedball's territory. Now, I mentioned earlier that MVP can be very hard-nosed, and has a way about him, and he expects people to listen to him. This isn't I'm a veteran, you have to listen to me, but it's I've worked very hard, I have seen success, please heed my words. And I think that at one point, and again, this is me just mostly speculative, but it would not surprise me if at one point maybe he and Speedball had some conversations about what works, what doesn't work, and Speedball was maybe more passive about it. Because while he's very passionate, Speedball is not he's not a pushback kind of guy unless the conversation is something that he really feels the need to push back on. He's laid back. He and I have had a handful of conversations over time, and like he's always very kind, he's very nice. People have seen this. Really what you see is what you get with Speedball Mike Bailey. That's why a lot of people like him, is because he is that guy. He's an excellent wrestler who loves wrestling and wants to make it better, and his version of wrestling and his version of his success in wrestling has come from his style. MVP's style is different. MVP has come from a very different side of wrestling. He's gone through WWE at certain points in very terrible creative and professional moments in WWE. He's gone through it, and so he's also made a lot of money through it. So he's seen what makes the business successful through his eyes. Speedball's had a completely different journey. Why would they see differently? Well, it's completely understandable when you think about that. And as a result, it's oil and water. It's two completely different views on the business from two completely different people in different parts of their journeys having a disagreement. I don't think anybody hates each other. If they hated each other, you wouldn't even have the match with Jet Speed. Maybe could have been 1 or 2 on 2 instead of adding the third team, but that's a whole other can of worms. It's more likely that they're just not going to get along. You don't get along with everyone at work, and you're just going to disagree. In this case, Speedball and MVP were working in a story together. So it became a little more apparent that they have different views of how things should go. Now, how it goes with the people that, MVP thinks the Hurt Syndicate should put over, I mean, Gates of Agony are 34 and 35 respectively. The Outrunners are...
Which is young in wrestling.
Youngish in wrestling. They're on the ascent. They're going to be hitting their stride leading into their prime. I get it. You've got the guys in the Outrunners. Again, they are the youngest, oldest man alive. So they are 78. That's fine. I get it. And then you've got Private Party, who are, I believe still in their late 20s.
Yeah.
They're very young in the business world.
Yeah. In
the wrestling world. So, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these are 3 teams that they would put over, but Jet Speed are also young. Both guys, Speedball and Kevin Knight, are young dudes. And it's very funny that it's these are the 3 teams, but not these guys for whatever reason.
They've beaten all these teams. That's what's the hilarious part.
They've beaten all these teams. And that's why I go back to what Phil was saying on Grapsity about the idea that Private Party got swole to come back and beat Hurt Syndicate. And that's why it's just this was a stupid idea that now has wheels in my brain because it was so stupid. But now the reporting is that these are 3 teams that they really like.
I will say MVP has always been, publicly, his stance has been put over young talent. He's wanted to put over young talent in whoever beats them. So that part of the report, I think the whole report's accurate. But that part of the report definitely made sense to me he sees them as kind of non-established tag teams that he wants to put over, because that's been his stance from the beginning, is he wants to put over a team that maybe isn't more established and help build them up. And he's also said, we're going to beat a lot of teams before we get there. So, and he's like, when we're done with the tag titles, he's also said, we might just drop these titles and move on. Drop them as in vacate, which would be a hilarious outcome for all of this, but we shall see.
Yeah, we will. And again, I don't think it's much ado about nothing, but it's the fact that the Hurt Syndicate have the tag titles. We've seen what's been going on TV. They haven't been on TV since, they haven't been in front of the crowd since All In Texas, right? They've done backstages and that's it. And it's all been in service of MJF getting kicked out one week. And then the next week it was the boot from Shelton Benjamin. And they could have filmed that on the first week, by the way, because they had the venue for 3 weeks of TV. So they could have filmed everything on that first Wednesday and then just gone home. And that was that. They haven't been on TV. Every time that they have any sort of promo, it's been going nowhere. It's felt like it's been a rudderless title reign because there's been something at odds. That's what I was kind of making an allusion to. They just they're there. Cody Rhodes, by the way, is going to be on SportsCenter at noon, so have fun. Oh no, 6 p.m. Eastern, noon and 6.
Yeah, fine.
Cody's going to talk about how excited he is.
Yeah, it's just it's great to be on ESPN, a big platform, blah 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 blah. Sure.
Delayed Grat saying they're older, they need time to rest. They got time to rest. They don't need. And so this was the third thing that I kind of mentioned. Lashley is on par to be wrestling on average once a month. And like, that's okay if you're doing a singles bid and you're going alone. He's got a tag team partner, and Shelton is the same age as Bobby Lashley, maybe even older. Regardless, they're close in age, and Shelton's like, I'm going to keep going. Shelton doesn't give a shit. He's a wrestling machine, and he continues to do so. He's working the indies. Lashley's not. So like, I think with this one, I think that both the team should be working more, and it feels like putting the tag titles on them and keeping them on them is like a way to remind you, oh, they still work here, but we won't be, you don't see them at the same time. I don't know who's going to beat them for the tag titles at this point. Have they set up anybody as the next challengers?
They're doing the tag team tournament.
The tournament.
That's the next challengers.
Yeah. So FTR, Forbidden Door. It's probably not going to be FTR.
Potentially.
Could it be the Bucks?
The Bucks are facing Brodito tonight, which I'm looking forward to that match.
Yep.
Brody King and Bandito honestly makes some sense. Brody King's a big dude. He's believable. Bandito, they've put a lot of equity in.
Yeah.
And that makes sense as a team that could maybe beat them. And that's a team that's
Youngest.
not established, could maybe use a title win. Like the Bucks, we know the Bucks. FTR, we know FTR. Brody King and Bandito would be a shocker there.
38-year-old Brody King.
Yeah, I'm not caught up on the age. I don't think the age is a thing. I think it's more of television time and stock you have on the television show. And Brody King doesn't have a whole lot. We've wanted him to be more established in whether tag or singles. Bandito's ROH. Okay, cool. But yeah, they're not the Bucks or FTR when it comes to, we've seen these teams together for years, decades even, and they've won every title under the sun. I know Brody King could be 45, Bandito could be 45, and if the television time is the same, my argument would be the same.
I get it. I'm just messing around with the age thing. The thing with Bandito is you can expect him to win the Ring of Honor tag titles.
I guess they're going to vacate those.
If they keep those titles on Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes, I mean, they've had them on the Von Erichs and Dustin for the last, almost 6 months? 8 months?
At least.
When did the ROH 6-man tag titles? When were they last defended is one question. But like they won them and then Von Erichs got hurt. And now I just don't know. They won the title by defeating Undisputed Kingdom at Battle of the Belts on July 27th, 2024.
Fuck, they've been the champions for over a year?
A year.
Jesus.
They got to run 2 concurrent tag title tournaments to crown these champions. They got to run 3 if you got the 6-man. But this is hilarious.
Sammy Guevara. They should just give the 6-man titles to Sammy, and they should just freebird all of this.
Just say Bandito's from Texas. He's a son of Texas now.
Just freebird it with Sammy and the Von Erichs until Dustin gets back. Which, I mean, Dustin's gonna be out for a while, it seems like. But yeah, that's what I would do, honestly.
By the way, the Brody King Adidas deal, I'm a big fan. I want those boots.
Yeah,
give me the Brody King Adidas boots. Buy them for me, please. I'm a size 10 US? Size 10? Size 10. We'll call it 10.
Okay.
Sometimes it's 10 and a half. Just depends on the make of the shoe. There it is. Tenders is saying AEW on ESPN/Disney Plus here in Australia is a bit awkward. They've done this before. WWE's been on platforms like TNT Sports. People were like, "Oh, what's this going to do with AEW?" It does nothing. Yeah. It's just entities that pay money to have wrestling on their TV. It's not awkward.
Yeah.
Go watch AEW on Triller. That's where you really want to go. The best service for watching AEW programming. Yeah, AEW doesn't like vacating titles due to injury, and then you have Mina Shirakawa win the match and break her hand in the process. That sucked. I felt so bad for Mina winning the ROH Women's TV title, and then immediately they're like, she broke her hand. That part was not fun.
At least we're going to get that ROH Women's Pure title soon.
We got WWE ID champions before we got a Women's Pure champion, and we had a whole ass discussion about it on the show. They came out like within a week of each other. They were announced.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do with the ROH tag titles and the ROH 6-man tag. Regardless, it sucks with Dustin. I mean, he's gonna be out for the majority of a year. He's getting double knee replacement, isn't he? Crazy.
Yeah.
That's listen. Best to him. Hopefully, it's a quicker recovery than normal. But he's another one that goes down, and he's a champion in the division, in the company. At least they got the titles. They got the title swap for the TNT title out of the way. That's a good thing that happened. Out of otherwise shit sandwich. Just give the ROH trios title to the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Put them on Honor
I'm
Club.
all for that. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Put Billy Gunn on Honor Club.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Problem is then they're just going to give you both teams on main AEW programming too, and then I'm going to be sad.
They should win the trios titles. Who are the trios champions? Oh, Joe, who's out. Shibata,
whose brain might be on the table somewhere, and Hobbs. Yeah.
Okay.
Tenders is saying, I know we joke, but TK needs to go for it with Ring of Honor on TV. He's had offers. He had offers and he decided against them. So that's up to him. What he decides is the value for money on his programming. Yeah. That's it. What else? Do we have anything else that we really need to cover? I mean, we got to do a Dynamite preview.
I got to tweet Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy. Because of tonight, because you're going to be in there.
Because I'm going to be there.
You'll be there. You have some demands, do you?
I do have some demands.
All right.
Hello, Tony Khan.
Oh, here we go.
I will be at AEW Dynamite tonight.
On the sunny beaches of Cleveland.
Looking forward to the show. I have one simple request. And then it is the Vanilla Baby drop.
That is a good idea.
That is my simple request. I would also like Jack Perry to return. But, I don't want to overshoot with my request. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so maybe Jack is like an added bonus.
Yeah, that'd be great. But we're just gonna go with the Vanilla Baby.
That's
it. That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't want Jack off?
I do. Everyone knows that. I want to be in a building with thousands, just ejaculating. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think that bus has probably been parked in Cleveland for months? There's one thing that Cleveland gets. It's a ratty ass bus driving around town.
I'm gonna yell, "Where's Jack Perry?" during this show.
Good idea.
I don't know when, but there's going to be a dead point at some point in this show. I'm going to yell, "Where's Jack Perry?" Everyone be on the lookout for that.
You have to face one of the parabolic mics and then shout it. So I think the parabolic mics are usually over by the production crew that are on the sides doing the sound and lights in the arena. So if you shout in that general direction, ask someone who works for.
I don't know where I'm sitting.
I have two spots where you could be sitting. So
actually, I do know where I'm sitting. All I got to do is look at my tickets, but I'm dumb and I haven't looked at my tickets.
You should probably look at your tickets.
Yeah.
Maybe don't give away your seats, but if you tell me, I can look them up. And then all you gotta do,
why do I care if I give away my seats? If people are going to be at Dynamite tonight, like, come and say hi.
All right, fine. They can beat you up with their own two hands.
I'm in section F4. I don't know where that is.
F4. That's floor, isn't it?
I don't know. Sure. I'm probably floor, like, hard cam side, like not on hard cam, but hard cam side.
Yeah, basically. Well, probably not actually. Those tickets are usually a little different. They'll give them to family.
Are you
friends.
looking to see how this works?
Yes, you're F4. Oh, you are actually.
All right, let me look and see where I'm at.
Yeah, no, you're hard cam side on the floor.
Okay, so yeah, hard cam side. Yeah.
I'm surprised that they put you there and not with the seats.
Bryan Danielson hooks me up, brother.
That's absurd. That's upsetting. All right, so if you turn around, you just shout.
Just yell as I shout.
Just turn around. Yeah, exactly. And
man, am I gonna be on camera?
No.
Am I gonna like?
The back of your head might be at one point.
Yeah, but they come around like ringside and stuff, and then the camera will be like right there.
What row are you?
Now
we're really. Oh, not row 1.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on TV all goddamn night.
Yeah. I'm wearing my Bryan Danielson shirt.
They're gonna do the same shit to me in London. That's gonna be great. Oh, that's so funny. Maybe they are bringing back Jack Perry just for that. They want your reaction.
Look, I will give it to them. If they want a reaction shot of Jack Perry returning to get me there, I'll be there. I'm not gonna be one. People who watch this show know me, but I'm not gonna be difficult to find because I'll be the only person in the arena wearing the Bryan Danielson shirts. And I'll be wearing my OKC Thunder 2025 NBA Champions hat. So nobody else in the arena, I can promise you, nobody else in the arena will be wearing a Thunder Championship hat and a Bryan Danielson shirt.
Amazing.
Fuck.
Oh, God. Oh, I love it.
My poor wife is just gonna be like this the whole time.
This is just like what TNA did to Sean at Slammiversary.
Yeah. I'm not bringing a sign. I'm sitting front row. Like I don't want to block the people in front of me or behind me because there is nobody in front of me. But
just bring a little one, a handheld one,
and hold it up there. Nah, I'm not hard cam side. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be. I don't care. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna shy away from it. I don't want to be on camera, says the person who's on camera 5 days a week.
You enjoying the show? Oh gosh.
Yeah, my poor wife is gonna be just hiding the entire time.
So funny. That shit's so funny.
Shit.
I hope they offer you a job on camera.
You know what? I'll take that.
That's true. Oh man, I'm not taking your job though.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Bro's on the internet live for days with Shy on live TV.
Yeah, I know. I know. No, I don't care if I'm on camera because like whatever. It doesn't bother me. I don't.
You're gonna have to get so much content for the website.
I'm not getting any content. I'll take video. My wife takes videos. Honestly, like she'll take videos and then I'll make those into shorts. I don't take I've said this before. Like I don't like doing videos and photos and stuff because I just like enjoying the show. My wife's a big video photo person, so she'll take videos and I'll upload those to the website and for shorts and stuff. So my wife's not gonna bury me. She's gonna be hiding the entire time. Like
she's gonna get a bucket of popcorn and just dump it on her head.
No, she won't be doing any of that.
No, not the popcorn box will be empty. She'll just do it to not have her head.
Oh, yeah.
She'll ask for
Hi,
an empty
baby.
bucket of popcorn.
Are you excited for the show now?
I don't know. I'm excited to be close. I've never been that close.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Did you see my text though? Like
You've been texting me a lot.
yeah.
So what?
It's like I'm gonna be one of those people who gets yelled at online because I'm gonna get caught looking at my phone when I'm checking on the kids.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to do this.
Yeah. Don't yell at my wife if she's on her phone during the show, because we got 12 kids. I mean, leaving them is a big ask. So yeah, don't yell at her if she's on her phone during, and she's gonna take a lot of videos and stuff. We gotta
I'm afraid to touch my phone.
we gotta upload like videos for shorts and everything. I don't want to take those videos. You always take those videos. Yeah.
I'm gonna get yelled at.
Or what?
They don't care.
People online will be fine.
Just tell
As long
them
as you're gonna enjoy the show. Yeah, you have a great time at the shows. So that's all people care about. As long as you're like having fun at the shows.
Just tell them you're a big MVP fan.
That'd be fine. If people are saying that Jeremy's wife is gonna like point him out. I told you what I'm wearing. Like
Yeah, exactly. We'll
you
know.
know?
I will not be doing one thing that draws attention to me.
Yeah, because she's not gonna do anything that draws attention to herself. So she doesn't want to do that.
That opening shot when they're running around ringside, you're gonna see Jeremy right there. And he's not gonna be reacting. He's just gonna be sitting there, arms folded, all serious like a journalist. Let's go.
Nah. People are gonna be chanting AEW. I'm like, we want Jack. We want Jack. That's what I'm gonna be chanting.
He'll be chanting ROH because you're waiting for them to give you the 10.
I cannot sit in the front row and yell about jacking off.
We gotta get there. We gotta get there early now, because if Blake Christian wrestles early, he's gonna come around ringside. He's gonna notice me. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, Vanilla Baby, let's go."
Right. He's gonna do the taunts right to you.
Yeah,
You're hard cam. You're good.
yeah, I know.
I gotta see what time the appointments are.
All right. Jack off's rise. Jack off's rise.
It's gonna be a great night. I hope Dynamite just sucks.
Now it's gonna get more Briscoe and MJ. MJF's gonna like yell at me.
If you're lucky, yes.
I don't think MJF is gonna know who I am. I hope not. Anyway, but
You should just make a sign that says, "I rate the articles you hate."
yeah.
What do you say?
Joel says I should make a sign that says I write the articles you hate. I make a sign that just says "Fightful Writer," and then people are just gonna get super mad.
Just a spiteful writer with the arrow.
MVP's gonna slap the shit out of me if he sees that.
That's so funny. Oh god. Yeah, now I'm hoping to just become part of the show throughout.
Yeah, my wife's just gonna be hiding her face the whole time. She ain't gonna.
Tell
She
you,
don't
man.
want to be on camera at all.
When you get there, you go to concessions, you ask for a bucket, and they say, "Do you want popcorn?" You say no, and then you put the bucket on your head for the duration of the show. Cut 2 eye holes in
I'm
it.
excited for the close part. Being close.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for y'all because when I've sat close for a wrestling event, it's fun. It's a good time.
Bless Ryan Lambert, who quote tweeted the Tony Khan tweet, and also Tony Khan with AEW Dynamite being in a new city after a very positive stay in Chicago at the Argonne. Bringing in Jack Perry would be an awesome surprise for all the AEW sickos. Ryan's doing my bidding on Jack Perry. I'm trying to do my own bidding on Vanilla Baby. Oh, there we go.
So funny. It's the fact that you're gonna be that.
You got to
close.
message Brian Danielson and say thank you.
I was already gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing. All right.
Oh shit! I didn't realize. I should have checked the seats before. Doing all this. Look, if you're gonna be at the show tonight, I don't know if anybody watching this is gonna be at the show. I guess you know where I'm sitting now.
We got a lot of people watching today's show for some reason.
Yeah.
God bless y'all for sticking around. I hope we made fans of you or enemies, whatever. Just come back again. 5 days a week, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's when we run.
Come say hi if you're gonna be at the show tonight. Come be nice to me and my wife, and I will not be. I'll be the only person in the arena wearing the Bryan Danielson face shirt because I think they sold like maybe 5 of those, and I'll be the only person in the arena wearing a OKC Thunder championship hat. So
3 of those Danielson shirts went to our team.
yeah, that's probably true. Probably true. Yes, please do not say anything to my wife. Just leave her be. Just leave her be.
Yeah, we should do an ITW drinking show. Every time we see Jeremy on camera, take a drink.
I hope nobody gets drunk. I don't want anybody to get drunk. I don't need anybody.
Oh,
That
Jeremy,
means I'd be on camera way too much if people get drunk.
let's get a little bit of mana in you, pal.
If you see me on TV, screenshot and tag me, I guess.
Oh, I
don't know.
will. You're going to be the thumbnail tomorrow.
Fuck, what?
If there's a reaction,
Oh, you got to set up the show, by the way, Joel.
Thank you.
hope-
I'd kind of put that together.
Yeah. I hope that's clear enough, considering I won't be home until late, and I don't feel like doing any work after I get home.
I'll be screen capping every time you're on that. Well, maybe not. I usually start the show like an hour late and catch up, so we'll see.
Yeah, I assume people will tag before. Oh, man. All
Yeah,
right.
Jules,
well,
there you go. But yeah, there you go. Whatever you want to do when you see Jeremy, do your thing. Do what you need to do just to celebrate Jeremy on
Or
this
don't.
camera all night,
Or don't.
or do. The main event is the grudge match. MJF Mark Briscoe. It should be a fun one. I think you're in for a lot of beat up, a lot of 2 guys beating the shit out of each other. Is MJF going to win this one, or is Mark Briscoe getting his match at Forbidden Door out of this? Did you just freeze on me? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I froze. Yeah.
You're back. I was asking who's going to win this main event? Is it Mark Briscoe getting his title shot at Forbidden Door, or is it MJF winning?
I hope Mark Briscoe wins. It feels like MJF's going to win, but it'd be cool if Mark Briscoe won.
King Potate, that is the main event. This is week number 3 of the Mark Briscoe main event project. It's the main event. They've already said it's the main event. Please do. Amazing. Oh god, it's gonna be Jeremy's face on the thumbnail. I'm told
Brian
you.
Alvarez cut his hair, so like we don't
He
like anything
shaved
like
his
right
head.
now.
That week when he shaved his head, which was earlier this week, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
The Forbidden Door World Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament semifinals. It's as long as it sounds, and I omitted the London part just for y'all. The Young Bucks and Brodito. I like the idea of having Brodito go on in this tournament, but I feel like it's going to be the Young Bucks and FTR in the final. Maybe not. I like Brodito. I think they're getting over well.
I kind of think Brodito might win this. Looking forward to that. That'd be good.
Yeah, should be a fun one. You'll see that monkey flip 360 in action.
Yeah, that rules.
It does. The Mercedes Moné 8 belts Mercedes Moné returns live. Couldn't get the
Oh, if I get caught doing the CEO dance, oh fuck, it's over.
Oh,
It's over.
to the dance.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I love that dance.
You got to tag Mercedes and just be like, I'm doing it for you.
If I get caught on camera doing the CEO dance, I'll never live that down, but I will do it.
I will
I'm gonna
use
do
this
it on the
thumbnail.
show.
I will use it as a thumbnail.
I hope they don't show it on camera, though. People, I'm going to do it. I love the dance. There's not a question of will he do the dance. I will do it. It's a matter of will they put me on TV as I do the dance.
You know that I talked to one of the camera guys, right?
Oh, do you? Oh,
one of
fuck.
the like ringside camera guys. Oh,
mean-
use this shit for everyone who's like Joel hates AEW. Their mind just got blown by that comment. Oh god.
I mean, if you message him, do it. I don't care. But yeah, this isn't a question of do the dance. I'm gonna do the dance. It's a question of will they put my white ass on television doing this CEO dance?
I hope they do. I'm gonna make sure they do. Just like the TNA stuff.
Everyone's gonna tag Tony Khan and be like, "There's gonna be a guy in the front row doing the CEO dance. Make sure you put him on camera."
Tanner's is saying you, Will Washington and the camera guy to use. I don't talk to Will that much. Will and I were never like pals. We were like I like Will. Will, I assume maybe. Anyway, he's a guy that used to work for our site. We never had any. We were never at odds, but we were never like best pals. So like I like Will. If I see him, I always say hi.
Love Will.
Joel hates Will. I really don't. That's the whole-
Yeah.
I think maybe Will doesn't like me very much sometimes, but oh man, Jason's saying I'll be disappointed if it doesn't end up on camera. We're gonna do it.
Again, that's not my call if I end up on camera doing the CEO dance. I will 100% do the dance. I love that fucking dance. Are you kidding me?
We got to get a shot of her doing the dance with you.
Oh, like she's coming around ringside.
Coming around ringside because she comes to that side to get on the ring.
Yeah, to get on the ring.
Yeah. She should give you 4.
That's when they're gonna see. Oh fuck! I'm gonna shit.
Oh, this rules. Oh, Senator saying I don't think Will Washington ever liked you, Joel. I mean, he had me on his show once. Wasn't a very good episode, but we still had a good time.
Will's great.
He is great. Forbidden Door London TBS Championship 4-way qualifier. It's going to be Queen Aminata, Sky Blue, Alex Windsor, and Billy Starks. So this is a TBS title 4-way qualifier because they're going to so they're doing 4 ways to qualify for a 4-way at Forbidden Door for the TBS Championship. So there's 3 4-ways to do 1 4-way because Mercedes is obviously in the match because she is the TBS champion. Who's joining the match? Is it Alex Windsor? Feels like she'll be one of them.
Yeah, I think Windsor is gonna win. It's a good match though. That'd be a lot of fun. Hope Billy Starks does some cool stuff. We love Billy Starks. I say Mouse is gonna be there.
Oh yeah, you should probably ask Mouse if he'll be there.
Mouse will put me on camera. He took a fucking photo of me singing Creed.
Oh, did he ever?
Yeah.
Where,
So,
do
we still have that?
We might. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. I was into that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, for all the shit you give Jeremy, this was me at Bound for Glory 2017. It's posed.
Show.
It's posed, but it's there. It's real.
TNA show. See if Mouse is there. Say hi to Mouse.
Oh
man,
that's Dynamite for tonight.
They'll announce some more shit.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully Darby and John Moxley try to kill each other.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They got to announce whatever they're doing next.
Yeah.
When's that match happening? They did announce the Hechicero Bandito match for Death Before Dishonor. Or as I like to call it, Honor.
Okay.
The honorable death.
Okay.
That's basically what it's like watching the show. Anyway, nothing else has been announced for the show tonight. But this will be fun.
Yeah.
Go enjoy yourself. Henry saying I've never seen Joel happier. That was a good show. I mean, I was right front row for a wrestling show. That was good times. That show and Slammiversary, the one that I talk about where I took my wife to her first wrestling show. Those were probably the 2 like not just better shows that we've seen, but the closest that I've sat in a wrestling show. So there we go. Anything to plug before we get out of here?
No.
You're gonna have the best time.
It's gonna be fun. I don't care if I'm on camera. I do this show 5 days a week. I make a fool out of myself with this show more often than not on this show. I do not care. I don't want people being mean to my wife, and I don't want to, her to feel awkward about things.
I'll tell you this much.
The problem is she's married to me, and I don't care about doing awkward shit and like drawing. I don't try to draw attention to myself. I'm me.
It just happens.
It just kind of happens. So that's where I feel bad for.
It'll be fine. Those who go after you, forget them. Who cares? It's more important that the people in this chat love, support, and go after you. Nobody else. If you see Jeremy tonight at the show, say hello.
If you see me, come say hi. We take a photo or something. I don't know. I feel awkward.
He'll kick you in the face if you want.
He'll give you photos.
He'll give you a V trigger if you'd like.
I feel awkward taking photos, but I think it's always fun to meet people who watch the show and for some reason support this show or anything that we do on the website. So yeah, I should bring the Sting mask.
That's a great idea.
Just wear the Sting mask front row the whole time. She might draw more attention to her of like, why is this person in a Sting mask in the front row?
Especially if she's just sitting there and doesn't react. She just sits in her
time.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear Sting, I always think of 2 things. 1, Kimmy yelling, leave Sting alone. And 2, that one person in that one WWE promo who just yells back, she's got a good point, Sting. That's one of my favorite things ever. It's got a good point, Sting.
Bugaboo Jones asking a very important question. First off, appreciate you. Appreciate that you're checking the show out. Hopefully, we're not too stupid for you. But how can we talk about Vanilla Baby Blake Christian so much? He just rules. It's a cool bit that he did with the edit and using Vanilla Baby. I think it's funny. I think Blake Christian's good, and it just became a thing on our show. And he's been on our show. He's on our show like 3 weeks ago. At this point, he's saying, "I know he rules. He's my wife's favorite." Well, there you go.
Better. Look at that. You fit right in here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not a bit of like we are. Oh, haha! Look at this funny thing. Like it kind of started as that of like I thought the meme was very funny, and every time it came across my timeline, I played it, and I thought it was hilarious. And the fact that he leaned into it, I thought was great. And yeah, we had him on the show a few weeks ago. Super nice guy, and I liked him even more after we talked to him on the show. So yeah, it's not we're poking fun at him. It's a legitimate thing of like Blake Christian should be the ROH champion. Like we think he's great.
Should have had the match. Now he's gonna have to beat Hechicero for
it. Yeah, no,
it.
Hechicero just gets the match. Like they were setting that up and then they just didn't set that up, and it's like, of course you just decided to drop this. It's lame.
Right.
This is why I should have the ROH pencil. I'll ask Tony for the pencil.
I mean, you'll be there tonight. You could probably submit a few notes, talk to Chris.
Tony comes around ringside and it's like, here's my notes for the show, Tony.
It'd be very funny if he comes out and does his little, it's great to be back in Cleveland. I want to talk about my friend Jeremy sitting over there.
Fucking hell. He better not do anything of the sort. I don't think he will. Better not.
We'll be back soon, but Jeremy, I love you.
He's gonna be like, we don't have a press conference tonight. I know Jeremy's very excited. He doesn't have to cover a press conference. That'd be the bit Tony does if he did anything.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, so Bugaboo, you get it. You understand Blake Christian. So yeah, if you see us referencing him, which is nearly every show where you see us play the drop, which we do every time Vanilla Baby Vala B Vala B Vanilla Baby
Vanilla Bob Vanilla Baby
every time Vala sends us a vanilla phone.
I'm Vanilla Baby.
It's a real thing. We support Blake Christian. So if he does Jeremy Antetokounmpo,
gonna give you a title belt too.
Let's play it for old time's sake. Not even old time's sake, but let's play it just because we love Tony. We're gonna be at the show tonight.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. The MVP of the NBA. Yeah, I'm not making this up. For AEW Rampage, ladies and gentlemen, the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Let's go.
So excited.
We appreciate you, Bugaboo. Telegraphs is fantastic. We do things a little bit differently, but also sort of similar. And we appreciate you checking us out. Again, hopefully you keep tuning in. We are live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. And
eventually we'll have a weekend show, and a weekend show hosted by Tom Pestic and Steve Macklin.
Yeah.
We'll call it the Pestic and Macklin show.
Nah, I don't know about all that.
The Macklin experience. Anyway, it's fun. We appreciate the chat. Y'all hung out with us. Very, very, very fun show. Lots to talk about. My God, we got through it. Earlier today, someone was like, "Oh, you're gonna do 3 hours." I'm like, "No, we're not." This was even stretched out because we got in. Yeah, well, that's because we got into you going to Dynamite talk and finding out where your seats were. Really put this show in another spirit. Insane. But we're back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Jeremy will talk about all the times he was on TV, and SP3 will talk about all the times he left because Jeremy was on TV. The show Dynamite recap won't even matter at that point. It'll just be, this match happened. Jeremy was on TV during this entrance, and then this happened. Jeremy was on TV for this reaction. I just hope it's a full 2 hours of the time he made TV.
I don't want to be on television that much. I really don't. I expect it given my seats and fine. I'm gonna enjoy the show people are gonna call me a shill because like, look at this guy enjoying an AEW show. Wrestling fan enjoys wrestling show.
God forbid.
I was at SummerSlam last year. I enjoyed that show. I just didn't have seats that were gonna put me on camera. So whatever.
That's why when TNA would give me seats, I'd be like, put me in the back. Put me in like when they ran Rebel Nightclub, for those who know Toronto. Rebel Nightclub has like these VIP couch areas in the back. I'm like, put me back there. Just don't put me anywhere near the seats. Like, oh, people pay for those seats. I'm like, not enough of them. Anyway, not important. Jeremy, go have the best time tonight. Enjoy Dynamite. If you're out there and you're looking for something to do tomorrow morning, come and watch us, will you? Tell your friends about us. That gets you out there. It's not just Sour Graps that brings you in, apparently. It's a lot of the other crazy shit that we do. So go ahead. We appreciate
We should tell Sour Graps to promote us more because we probably have a good crossover.
Do we? I don't know. We're less sour than they are.
Yeah, but they're very sarcastic and
That is true.
jokey. So that's very much what we are. And I gave Kate everything she's earned.
That is true. Well, from one bearded white guy to another. You know where to find us tomorrow morning. Leave a thumbs up on the way out. We appreciate y'all. I am sour enough, just for everybody. If Alex is up early enough, we'd have him on ITW.
Yeah,
They all
we
know
love
that.
Pulaski. He rules.
Of course. He's shown up here once or twice. This show's been on for way too long, but we'll be back tomorrow for another round. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.